Chapter 70. Alright, since it's time, hurry up and ask your questions. After saying that, Linley sat back down on the rock he had been sitting on for a long time and spoke to White Feather in a serious tone. Alright, since you're ready, young master, let's begin. As he spoke, White Feather took out 2 pieces of paper from a storage ring and placed them in front of Linley. Young master, this is the pharmacology knowledge that your subordinate has summarized in the past 3 days. It's not different from the book that I gave you. As long as you memorize the book, it won't be a problem for you to answer these questions. Baiyu introduced the contents of the paper to Lin Rei and stood there, waiting for Lin Rei's answer. Alright, you do it too. Otherwise, it'll feel weird for you to be standing beside me. Yes, young master. A strange look flashed across Baiyu's eyes when he heard Lin Rei's words. Then he walked to the side and sat down. Hee, you want to stump me with just these questions? Lin Rei was amused when he saw the pharmacology of the herbs written on the paper that Baiyu handed over. If it was last night, Lin Rei might not have remembered. However, ever since he started practicing the Hongmeng alchemy method, he would never forget anything related to herbs or pills as long as Lin Rei read it. Linley picked up a nearby pen and began to write. This scene was completely witnessed by White Feather. For a moment, White Feather was stunned. Her eyes were filled with disbelief. She hurriedly stood up and went behind Linley to take a look. How is this possible? How can young master answer these questions in such a short time? This is impossible. When he saw Linley's answers, White Feather was shocked. He didn't want to believe it, and he didn't dare to believe it. These were things that he could only learn in his lifetime. But now, this young man in front of him had memorized them in 3 days, and he could use them so skillfully. How could White Feather not be shocked? In just a few minutes, Linley had filled up all of White Feather's inscriptions. There wasn't a single blank spot. Baiyu, I'm done. Take a look and see if it's correct. Lin Rei knew that Baiyu was standing behind him after he finished writing the questions, so he turned his head and smiled at Baiyu. Okay. Linley's voice roused the stunned White Feather from his stupor. He hurriedly took the paper from Linley, and then looked at it. All of the answers appeared in his eyes. These answers were like giant hammers of time, hammering down on White Feather's heart, causing him to let out a sorrowful cry. Ha 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 ha. What a joke. I've spent my entire life learning, but I didn't expect someone to learn it in just 3 days. What face do I have left to live in this world? What dignity do I have left to face you, my master? A burst of laughter came from Baiyu's mouth. Then, 2 streams of tears flowed from his eyes. His eyes were filled with despair and decadence. Suddenly, Baiyu, who was laughing at himself, raised his hand and wanted to slap his life gate. Whoosh! Lin Rei, who was afraid of trouble during the day, saw this scene and quickly went forward to stop him. Bang! Pooh! There was a loud sound, followed by the sound of someone vomiting blood. Baiyu, who was about to commit suicide, felt something and quickly opened his eyes. Seeing the scene before him, he was dumbfounded and forgot about committing suicide. He quickly took out all the healing pills he had in his storage ring. As it turned out, just as White Feather's hand was about to strike at Linley's life gate, Linley had charged forward and used his own body to block that fatal palm strike, resulting in the current scene. Young master, you must be okay. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have hit you. In comparison, Baiyu was crying. It wasn't a cry of shame.
It was a real cry.
She was crying like a person covered in tears. As she cried, she kept looking for the healing pill. I found it. Young master, hold on a little longer. These are the healing pills that my master concocted for us before he ascended. He will definitely cure you. Holding a pill bottle, White Feather excitedly took out a pill and stuffed it into Linley's mouth. In the instant that Linley swallowed it, White Feather's tense body relaxed. Looking at Lin Rei's pale face, Baiyu was filled with regret. If it wasn't for him, Lin Rei wouldn't be so heavily injured. After a long time, Baiyu kept looking at Lin Rei. He didn't even close his eyes, afraid that Lin Rei would recover. Cough, cough. Young master, how are you? Do you feel uncomfortable anywhere? A cough woke up Baiyu from her stupor. Seeing that Linley had woken up, Bai hurriedly asked in concern. Cough. I'm fine. I just feel a little uncomfortable. But you don't have to blame yourself and don't feel guilty. Hoo. Before Lin Ray finished his words, he saw that Bai was crying. Seeing such a white-haired old man crying, Lin Ray couldn't stand it and hurriedly comforted him. Bai, don't cry. This isn't your fault. As long as you don't take things too hard in the future, everything will be fine. If you do it again, you might not be able to see me again. Haha. As he spoke, Linley began to tease the sobbing Bai. Bai's eyes were filled with nothing but guilt and regret. Young master, it's my fault. I shouldn't be jealous and take things too hard. Hearing Bai's words, Linley's anxious heart finally relaxed. It wasn't just White Feather who felt guilty. Linley felt extremely guilty as well. He didn't think that his answers would cause White Feather to feel so traumatized. Alright, you can go out first. I'm fine now. You can come here tomorrow and teach me the art of alchemy. As he spoke, Linley gave the order to close the door. Originally, White Feather had wanted to stay behind to take care of Linley, but Linley had flatly refused, not giving him a chance to retort. After seeing White Feather leave, Linley sat up and took out his healing pill and swallowed it. As soon as the pill entered his mouth, it turned into a warm current that rushed into Linley's body and began to slowly nourish his wounds. The effect of the pill was very good, and it didn't take long for it to take effect. Linley's originally pale face became rosy after eating the pill.
Phew.
Lin Ray let out a long breath and got off the bed. He slowly stretched his injured body. Pili Pala sounds came from Lin Ray's body. If Bai was here, he would definitely be shocked. This was because Bai used 80% of his strength when he attacked. But now Lin Ray could get off the bed. I didn't expect Bai's heart to be so weak. I just memorized some medicine, and he was already hovering between life and death. He even caused me to get hit for no reason. What a loss. At this moment, Lin Ray thought of the previous palm and the pill he just ate. For a moment, his heart ached. This pill was one less pill after another. Ding dong, the host must become a profound-level alchemist within a month. If you can't do it within the time limit, the system will choose to automatically erase you. Ding dong, the system has successfully removed the alchemist experience. If there is anything you don't understand, you can directly ask the system spirit. Ding dong, the system has successfully started the first level of the Hongmeng alchemy method. It has also successfully unlocked the Hongmeng era's alchemy, Supreme Lord. The reward is 2 adversity-surpassing pills, 50 kilograms of purple gold nephrite, 50 kilograms of purple gold sand, and 30,000 experience points. Hearing the series of system notifications, Lin Ray's mood became very bad. But when he heard that the reward was the adversity-surpassing pill, Lin Ray's mood became much better. In any case, I've read novels in my previous life, so I more or less have some understanding of this adversity-surpassing pill. In the novels in my previous life, the adversity-surpassing pill was a very powerful pill. According to the novels, it seems to be a pill used to level up the adversity-surpassing stage. Thinking of this, Lin Ray became very excited. With a thought, he took out an adversity-surpassing pill. A golden pill appeared in the palm of his hand. Its color was like gold, its aura was like a flower, and its shape was like a pearl. On top of the pill, there were 9 orifices, and within each orifice, there was a mysterious charm. The moment the pill was taken out, the pill's fragrance spread throughout the entire cave. At the same time, thunder rumbled in the sky, as if it was looking for the pill that Lin Ray took out. Kacha! With a sound, a bolt of lightning struck the ceiling of the cave. In an instant, the entire cave shook. Quick, put the pill away. Put it away. Just when Lin Ray didn't know what was going on, the system's little dragon's voice entered his ears. Oh, got it. After saying that, Lin Ray didn't say anything else and put the pill into the system's storage. And the thunder cloud outside the sky lost its target after Lin Ray put the pill away. It wandered in the sky for a while and then dissipated. Noticing that something was off, White Feather hurriedly came to Linley's room. Young master, are you okay? Looking at the anxious face of Bai, Lin Ray smiled and said, Hee hee, I'm fine.
But it was really strange just now.
Why was the cave so turbulent? Hearing this, the little dragon in the system looked at Lin Ray with disdain, who was lying without blushing. I don't know, but the strange thing is that when I was cultivating in my room, I suddenly smelled the fragrance of a medicinal pill. I also found that the fragrance of the medicinal pill was able to arouse my cultivation, but after a while, the medicinal pill's fragrance disappeared. I think it must be the medicinal pill that caused the disaster. Perhaps the medicinal pill's grade was too good, so it caused the heavenly thunder. Hearing Baiyu's words, Lin Ray nodded his head as if he understood. So that's how it is. Oh, so it's like that. I thought it was something else. Since it's like this, you can leave. There's nothing else for you. After saying that, Lin Ray turned around and sat back in his original position. He closed his eyes and rested. Baiyu saw this scene and tactfully left Lin Ray's room. Chapter 71. What's going on? Could it be my imagination? That's not right either. My cultivation level increased after smelling the fragrance of the elixir. Baiyu's mind was filled with questions, but she could not find the answers in the end. At this moment, Lin Ray, who was in the room, immediately entered the system space after seeing Baiyu leave. He arrived at the space with his own information interface. When he raised his head, his information entered his eyes. Name, Lin Ray. Age, 14. Cultivation level, peak of the enlightened realm experience, 100000010000000. Upgradable spiritual roots, thunder, fire, wood, 3. Chaos spiritual roots talent, top-notch cultivation method, chaos scripture, incomplete, devouring heavenly technique, growable, Hongmeng elixir refining, entry-level cultivation method, cloud technique, emperor level cultivation method, martial skills, butterfly steps, entry-level, constellation finger, proficient, silent thunder spear technique, high-level mystic level martial skill, now cultivated to entry-level, able to generate 3 lightning bolts, myriad sword technique, heaven level, spiritual treasure, martial emperor godly spear, high-level spiritual energy, growable, myriad sword gradeless, myriad beasts furnace equipment, cloud stepping boots, high-quality spiritual weapon, purple cloud robe, high-quality spiritual weapon, purple cloud inner armor, high-quality spiritual weapon mount, red flaming tiger, level 9 chi refining stage lucky draw wheel, 0 champion lottery system. The champion lottery opportunity has been used up. This system has been permanently sealed. Reputation points, 0 exchange points, 0 spiritual stones, 0 alchemy apprentice experience points, 0 out of 100, top-notch spiritual medicine worldly treasures, 50 kilograms of purple gold nephrite, 50 kilograms of purple gold sand mission, main mission, establish a sect within the next 5 years. If you can't complete the mission or exceed the time limit, the system will kill you directly. Side mission. Within the next 5 years, he had to recruit 5 of the best disciples. Every disciple had to be top-notch. Within these 5 years, he had to help his disciples make a name for themselves in the mysterious heavenly mainland. If he couldn't complete the mission within 5 years, he would be killed by the system, just like the previous mission. Main mission. The host must become a profound grade alchemist within a month. If the host cannot complete the task within the time limit, the system will automatically erase the host. Secondary quest. Within the next year, you must go to the Fengyan sect and kill the sect's 3rd elder, Wang Shen. If you fail or exceed the time limit, the system will directly kill you. Secondary quest. Within a day, you must control the entire upper echelon of the Danzong sect and become the master of the Danzong sect. Pills. 30 body refining pills, 200 soul gathering pills, 50 foundation building pills, 11 mind control pills, 1 breakthrough pill, and 11 nascent breakthrough pills. 2 adversity surpassing pills. There's really a lot. But what are these things? Looking at the 3 items that appeared on his interface, Lin Ray could only understand 2 of them. Idiot, you can't even understand this. Isn't it obvious? Apprentice alchemist experience points are divided according to the level of your pills, right? Right now, you're just an elementary grade alchemist. When your experience points exceed 100, you'll be able to advance to the next level of alchemist. However, the experience points will be much more than the experience points from cultivation. You must be mentally prepared. After speaking, the little dragon did not wait for Lin Rei to speak and quickly left. At this time, Lin Rei also understood after listening to the system's explanation. Isn't it just a profound grade alchemist? I don't believe that I can't reach it. If this sentence was heard by Yu, he would probably choose to commit suicide again. If it was any other alchemist, they would think that this was bragging because it was impossible for anyone to reach the profound grade alchemist level within a month. Even the most talented alchemist would not be able to do so. Forget it, I'll think about it later. Let's increase my cultivation first. Just a moment ago, Lin Rei saw that his cultivation experience points could be upgraded. Lin Rei was a little excited. He really wanted to see what the experience points would be like after the fasting period. After speaking, Lin Rei sat up. His body flashed and returned to reality. Then, he sat cross-legged and began to cultivate the chaos scripture. For a time, all the spirit chi in the entire seclusion place gathered around Lin Rei. This phenomenon made Yu, who had just returned to his room, feel shocked because Yu knew that Lin Rei was at least at the peak of Foundation establishment when he first arrived. However, only a few days had passed, and he was about to break through again. With such a cultivation speed, how could Yu not be surprised? Therefore, Yu stopped cultivating and quickly went to the door of Lin Rei's room to wait. At this time, in the room, Lin Rei's face was extremely red. Coupled with his purple lips, he looked like he was poisoned. Of course, only Lin Rei knew what was going on. Damn, there's too much spirit chi here. I'm just breaking through the fasting period. Is it necessary for all of them to come here? After speaking, Lin Rei activated the devouring technique. The moment he activated it, Lin Rei clearly felt that the feeling of being squeezed by the spirit chi disappeared. The originally overbearing spirit chi became docile when Lin Rei used the devouring technique. Slowly, all the spirit chi rushed into Lin Rei's body. Phew, it's so comfortable. More. This is not enough. After speaking, Lin Rei took out a bottle of spirit chi liquid that he collected in the forest mountain range from his storage ring and drank it in one gulp. Suddenly, a warm feeling like jelly from his previous life entered his body. Boom. The spirit chi liquid that entered Lin Rei's body instantly exploded in Lin Rei's stomach. Cough, I didn't expect it to be so strong. After speaking, Lin Rei activated the devouring technique to the extreme. Only then did the pain lessen a lot. At this time, Yu, who was waiting outside the door, was shocked. He didn't expect that a breakthrough would cause a bigger commotion than his breakthrough. Moreover, after absorbing so much spirit chi, he still hadn't broken through. This was completely a monster-level existence. Suddenly, Yu wiped away the cold sweat on his head. Why haven't I reached saturation yet? It shouldn't be like this. After absorbing for so long, Lin Rei discovered that something was wrong. For a moment he panicked. After absorbing so much spirit chi, if he didn't use it to break through in time, he would eventually explode and die from the spirit chi. Little dragon, quickly come out and see what's going on. Why have I not broken through the fasting period after absorbing so much spirit chi? Is there a problem somewhere? In the end, Lin Rei, who really didn't know what to do, could only put down his pride and ask for help from the system's spirit, Little Dragon, who dug a hole for him to jump into. Oh, isn't this the great system owner? What's going on? A particularly annoying voice came out, and this sentence was also very annoying. However, Lin Rei really admitted defeat at this time. Little Dragon, good little dragon, quickly take a look at me. What's going on? Why is it like this? At this rate, if I don't break through as soon as possible, I will probably explode and die. Hearing Lin Rei admit defeat, the little dragon also became serious. When it heard Lin Rei's question, it hurriedly came forward to check on the situation of Lin Rei's body. Just like that, the little dragon did nothing in front of Lin Rei's body. After a few minutes, the system said with a face full of displeasure, "Damn, why do you have to encounter everything? What's wrong? Is there something wrong? Seeing the little dragon's displeased expression, Lin Rei asked nervously. Humph, don't be nervous. This spirit chi is only helping you to compress the extreme realm. This is a good thing. If the extreme realm is successfully compressed, then your combat power will increase a lot in the future. So just let go and let the spirit chi circulate by itself. I don't know what kind of dog's hit luck you have to encounter such a good thing. After saying that, Lin Rei disappeared in front of Lin Rei's eyes with a face full of displeasure. Lin Rei, on the other hand, was overjoyed. After hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei was only responsible for circulating the primal chaos scripture and the devouring technique. As for the spirit chi that entered his body, it was automatically compressed. 2 days passed very quickly. Outside the door, Baiyu was already numb. Baiyu didn't even know what words to use to describe this young master of hers. The spirit she absorbed in these 2 days was enough to create a few nascent soul stage cultivators. However, this young master of hers still hadn't broken through. At this moment, Linley was using his inner vision to examine himself. He could see that the lines that had been compressed into the shape of a bolt of lightning were about to take shape. This meant that he was about to reach the level of memory that Xiaolong had mentioned. Thus, Linley began his final frenzy, activating both techniques to their limits. Instantly, all of the spiritual energy in his body began to surge towards Linley's room at 3 times the speed of before. What's going on? Is he really going to break through? Outside the door, Baiyu noticed the change in the spirit chi and instantly thought that her young master was going to break through. However, such an imagination was always very hurtful. With this kind of absorption speed, another day passed. Baiyu didn't want to talk anymore. At this moment, Linley, who was in his room, could sense that his Lamita state had already taken shape. Thus, he could sense that there was a barrier to his fasting period. Instantly, Linley activated all of his spiritual energy and charged towards that barrier. Like a hot knife through butter, the moment his spiritual energy touched the barrier, there was a pop sound, and he easily broke through. Following Linley's breakthrough, the aura and pressure emanating from his body began to spread out in all directions. And then, within his dantian, the newly formed Lamita lightning bolts charged out as well, wreaking havoc within the room. Boom, boom, kacha, sounds came from the room. Outside the door, Baiyu felt that the spirit chi was slowly returning to normal and calmed down. However, when she heard Lin Rei's voice, Baiyu became very anxious and rushed in without knocking. Sensing that someone was approaching, the extreme realm lightning rushed towards the threat. It was very fast. The moment Baiyu opened the door, he felt a trace of threat and quickly sent out his magic treasure to defend himself. The extreme realm and Baiyu's magic treasure collided. Bang, kacha, sounds came out. The extreme state seemed to have been injured and returned to Lin Rei's body to recuperate. Baiyu's hair was disheveled, and she stood there with her magic treasure damaged. She looked at this scene with a shocked expression. At this time, Baiyu wanted to die. He didn't expect Lin Rei's room to not have such a powerful attack. Chapter 72. Baiyu, are you alright? By now, Linley had come back to his senses. He saw that the supreme-level lightning had already injured White Feather, who had barged in. Although it had just been a surprise attack, it was not to be underestimated. Linley began to feel excited. Cough, cough, I'm fine. Young master, you don't have to be nervous. Your subordinate's injuries are not serious. I just don't know what kind of thing injured me. It's so powerful. Hearing Baiyu's words, Lin Rei's face couldn't help but turn red. A trace of guilt flashed across his eyes. However, it was quickly over and Baiyu didn't notice it at all. Oh, this is the extreme realm lightning strike that I just cultivated. It's just that I just broke through, so I'm not that familiar with its control. That's why I unconsciously injured you.
I'm really sorry.
Extreme realm lightning strike? What is that? How come I've never heard of it before? Seeing Baiyu's puzzled expression, Lin Rei didn't say much. Since Baiyu didn't know, then Lin Rei quickly changed the topic. That's right, Baiyu. Now that I've broken through to the next stage of Anidia, refining pills should be more helpful. When will you teach me alchemy? Hearing Linley's words, White Feather hurriedly replied, Young master, too many things have happened today, and you're injured as well. Let's wait until tomorrow. I'll go back and make some preparations. I'll report back tomorrow. All right then. Hearing Bayu's words, Lin Rei felt that he was right and let Bayu go back first. Your subordinate will take his leave. After speaking, Bayu left Lin Rei's room. In the room, Lin Rei looked at the room that was destroyed by his lightning strike and smiled bitterly. AI, it seems that I have to change rooms. As he spoke, Linley went to a completely undamaged room. He sat down in the lotus position and began to stabilize his cultivation base while quietly waiting for the next day to arrive. At this moment, in one of the rooms of the sect, a little girl was trying to suffocate a teenage boy. She was even panting with rage. Uncle Xiaotian, how can you do this? Master told you to look at me, and you really did it. You didn't even blink. Don't your eyes ache? Little you, young master said that you were injured a few days ago, so he didn't allow you to cultivate. If your Taoist foundation was destroyed because of this, then the loss would outweigh the gain. So, you'd better listen to young master and consolidate your cultivation. Don't think about cultivating anymore. Yes, they were Wanyu that Lin Rei asked Lin Tian to look after. However, it seemed that Wanyu was not so obedient.
She always thought about cultivating.
As long as she had time, she would secretly cultivate when Lin Tian was not paying attention. As a result, in order to complete the task given to him by Lin Rei, Lin Tian did not even dare to close his eyes. He was afraid that Wanyu would start cultivating again if he was not paying attention. I don't care. I don't care. Uncle Xiaotian, just let me cultivate. I promise that when Master comes out, I will take care of everything, okay? Looking at Wanyu's coquettish behavior, Lin Tian always insisted on what Lin Rei said to him. He did not waver for a moment in his heart that he did not want Wanyu to cultivate. You should obediently go back and sit down. I said that I won't let you cultivate, so I won't let you cultivate. If you continue to do this, then don't blame Uncle Xiaotian for being ruthless. Others will fix you. After saying that, Lin Tian's face became cold. He did not look like the child who was talking and laughing before. Seeing this scene, Wanyu finally became obedient. She quickly sat on the bed and reflected. Although she said she was reflecting, it was more like she was sleeping. Time passed quickly. The night was always so beautiful and peaceful. However, this kind of time would not last too long. Soon, the sun slowly rose from the east. The moment the sun rose, the earth seemed to be covered with a golden coat. It looked very noble and elegant. At this time, Lin Rei had already woken up. He was finally able to concoct dawn today. Dong dong dong. A series of knocks came to Lin Rei's ears. He did not need to think to know that it must be Bayu. And come in, Lin Rei said to Bayu, who was outside the door. Bayu pushed the door open and entered. At this time, Bayu had already changed his clothes. He was no longer the Bayu who was beaten up by Lin Rei's lightning strike. Young master, since you are so familiar with the names and pharmacology of herbs, then we will start concocting dawn today. First, let's start with the simplest body tempering dawn. Hearing Bayu's words, Linley was very excited, and so he immediately agreed. Good, then let's concoct the simplest body tempering dawn.
I want to see how dawn are concocted.
Hearing Lin Rei's agreement, Bayu took out the body tempering dawn. He then took out a cauldron and explained to Lin Rei what the process of concocting dawn required. Young master, in order to concoct dawn, you must first know how to concoct dawn. Secondly, you must know how to use the fire to concoct dawn faster. First, preheat the cauldron. Once it's preheated, you can start to extract the essence of the herbs. As he spoke, White Feather's hands moved. His hands formed seals very quickly, and his mouth kept chanting incantations. Spirit of 10,000 flames, listen to my command. Light up. After saying that, a flame appeared in Bayu's hand. Although it was a flame, but in Lin Rei's eyes, it was not even 1% as hot as the illusory spirit blood fire. The first step is done. Next, extract the essence of the herbs. First is the crispy bone flour. You must use the fire to extract the essence. After saying that, Bayou controlled the flame in his hand and began to refine the crispy bone flour in front of him. Soon, the crispy bone flour was refined into a liquid. Next is the meridian herb. This herb can warm the meridians. It is a very good herb. Next is the snow Ganoderma. After that, Bayou explained the process of concocting Dawn to Lin Ray. He didn't even let go of the herbs. Everything was explained to Lin Ray. Well, young master, the next step is the most important. You should also know how to concoct Dawn. Next, I will teach you one of the most powerful alchemy techniques of our sect, the 9 Dragons Ascending to Heaven technique. With this technique, you can concoct 9 Dawn at once. Even the sects of the Middle Sky continent are envious. Speaking of this, White Feather's face showed a proud look, and Linley was also surprised. This name was already cool enough, not to mention that even the Middle Sky continent was envious of it, which was even more amazing. Young master, watch carefully.
Ha!
White Feather shouted. The flame in his hand immediately split into 9 parts and rushed towards the refined essence. In an instant, the essence was surrounded by 9 parts of the flame and sent into the alchemy cauldron that was already heated up. Young master, the next step is to send your soul force into the cauldron through the cauldron. Observe the formation and changes of the dawn. Don't make any mistakes. Otherwise, all the previous efforts will be wasted. This step is the most important, especially the ability to control one's soul. Lin Ray's eyes widened. But strangely, after Bayou's demonstration, Lin Ray seemed to have engraved everything he said in his mind. He couldn't forget it even if he wanted to.
Ha!
The dawn are done, Bayou shouted and slapped the top of the cauldron. In an instant, 9 dawn shot out from the cauldron and into the bottle of dawn that Bayou had prepared. Young master, you watched the whole process of this subordinate's demonstration just now, including the 9 Dragons Ascension to the Heavens technique. After refining the dawn, Bayou turned his head and looked at Lin Ray, who was listening carefully. At this time, Lin Ray had already memorized all the alchemy process. Well, I memorized it. Now it's time for me to try it. At this time, Lin Ray couldn't wait to try it. When watching Bayou refining dawn, Lin Ray couldn't help but want to try it. Well, young master, you can try it, but don't force it. Bayou's face was full of embarrassment and worry. He was afraid that Lin Ray would blow up the cauldron. If that happened, it would be over. After that, Lin Ray followed Bayou's example. Illusory spirit blood fire, come out and preheat the cauldron. In an instant, a blood-like flame with an extremely high temperature appeared in Lin Ray's palm and rushed towards the cauldron in front of him.
Boom.
The moment the illusory spirit blood fire rushed over, the entire cauldron melted. What kind of flame is this? Right now, White Feather could no longer be described as shocked, because he had been by Linley's side ever since he had entered closed-door training. Too many strange things had happened, and so White Feather had lost the ability to resist. But when he saw Linley's Hui Yen, he was deeply attracted. This, Bayou, can you give me another cauldron first? Otherwise, I won't be able to continue practicing. Seeing the way White Feather was looking at him, Linley couldn't help but feel goosebumps all over his body. Hearing Lin Ray's words, Bayou reacted and quickly took out a new cauldron from his storage ring and placed it in front of Lin Ray. Again.
Boom.
Again. Just like that, after 10 or so attempts, Linley was finally able to control the temperature of the flames. Linley then attempted the next step, which was to extract the essences of the spiritual herbs. The result was the same as the beginning. Many of the spiritual herbs were burned by Linley's illusory spirit blood fire. Fortunately, he had enough spiritual herbs. Without experiencing wind and rain, how could there be a rainbow? After much effort, Linley finally condensed all of the spiritual herbs into essences. Linley then began the third step. This time, Linley relied on White Feather's alchemy techniques. The beginning was simple. It looked exactly the same as White Feather's alchemy techniques. However, the amount of spiritual herbs that Linley separated was much more than White Feather's. More than 30 balls of flames separated, wrapping around the essences of the spiritual herbs and rushing into the furnace. The nearby white feather was completely stupefied. Right now, he really didn't know what to say. Just now, he had been talking about the 9 dragons ascending to the heavens technique, but in Linley's hands, it had transformed into 30-plus balls of fire. Ha, the pill is formed. Linley let out a loud shout, and all of the fiery flames wrapped around the pill flew out, slowly landing in Linley's hands. The moment the pill came out, the entire room was filled with the fragrance of the pill. Congratulations to the host for successfully refining a pill for the first time. The reward is 10 experience points and the method of 10,000 techniques proficiency +1. A system prompt sounded, which made Lin Ray very happy. However, Lin Ray didn't understand the method of 10,000 techniques. He had never heard of it before, but Lin Ray soon forgot about it. Baiyu, quickly come and take a look. Is the pill I refined good? Linley hurriedly waved his hand at the dumbfounded Baiyu, and then began to admire the pill he had successfully concocted for the first time in his life. Chapter 73. Yes, young master. Hearing Lin Ray's call, Baiyu immediately woke up from a shock and hurried to Lin Ray's side. He grabbed the pill that Lin Ray had refined and looked at it. The more he looked, the more shocked he was. Baiyu saw that there were 2 pill veins on the pill. This was the king of all pills, especially when it was Lin Ray's first time refining it. Young master, are you sure you've never been annoyed when refining pills before? Baiyu's tone was full of disbelief. The shock in his eyes was even greater than before. Yes, haven't you seen it already? This is really my first time refining a pill. Before this, other than the medicinal theory you asked me to memorize, I haven't seen anything else related to it. Seeing Baiyu's disbelief, Lin Ray, who was originally in a good mood, instantly became unhappy. Sigh, comparisons are odious. I didn't expect young master to be such a genius. I didn't expect young master to be able to refine pill veins on your first try. This really makes me feel ashamed. After speaking, Baiyu didn't say anything else. Instead, he went to the side and sat down silently. The complicated expression on his face made Lin Ray feel funny. Io, enough Baiyu.
How old are you now?
Still throwing a tantrum. As he spoke, Linley walked over to the sulking white feather's side, consoling her. All right, since I've learned the first pill, let's start with the new pill. I don't want to waste my good time. After speaking, Linley didn't look at white feather again. Instead, he walked to the pill furnace and began to prepare for the next step. White feather, who was sitting in the same spot, saw that his young master was full of energy. He hurriedly walked over and began to prepare for the next pill. Young master, take this. This thing contains all the pill recipes of our sect. It includes many kinds of pills. Moreover, there are pills before the body integration stage, so it will be helpful for you to refine pills. Moreover, there are many pills refined by the previous higher-ups. And there are many elixirs. Looking at the pill recipe, Lin Ray didn't hesitate and directly took it. Yes, not bad. This way, I can refine pills by myself. The more he thought about it, the more excited Lin Ray became. The more he thought about it, the more excited he became. In the end, his hand trembled, and he almost threw the pill recipe into the fire. All right, what pill are we going to refine next? Seeing the look of anticipation in Linley's eyes, Baiyu hurriedly said, Young master, what we are going to concoct next is a slightly more difficult pill. It is called the energy recovery pill. The energy recovery pill is a type of pill that can allow practitioners to quickly recover their spiritual energy. However, this pill is only limited to the early stages of anedia. As for the later stages, these pills will not be needed. As she spoke, White Feather began to talk about how to concoct pills and the process. Linley also studied very seriously. Not long after, White Feather had taught Linley the entire process and method of concocting pills. Young master, that was the entire refining process and method of the energy recovery pill. Did you see it clearly? Hearing Baiyu's question, Lin Ray didn't explain. Instead, He took the spirit herbs and walked to the side of the cauldron to refine the pill. Baiyu wasn't surprised by this scene. He was already numb to this feeling. Even if Lin Rei did something incredible, he wouldn't be surprised. This had become a habit of Baiyu. Taking the spiritual herbs, Linley began to concoct the pills. As he recalled the process and techniques White Feather had described, he began to concoct the pills. With the spiritual herbs he had used to concoct the pills, everything went smoothly. But at the final step of the pill formation, something strange happened. Bang! The entire place of seclusion was pitch black, emitting thick black smoke. From time to time there was also a burnt smell. Cough cough, what's going on? Looking at this scene, Lin Rei quickly recalled where he made a mistake in the refining process. However, even after thinking for a long time, Lin Rei still couldn't figure it out. Young master, don't be discouraged. It's not a big deal to fail once. As long as you know where you made a mistake, you can continue refining. Seeing his young master's situation, Baiyu couldn't bear it and comforted him. Where exactly did I make a mistake? What exactly? Speaking until here, Lin Rei's eyes widened. He quickly stood up and walked to the side of the cauldron that had exploded. After a long time, Lin Rei's originally solemn face finally revealed a smile. Ha ha ha, I knew it. I can't be wrong. It turns out that there's a mistake here. Saying that, Lin Rei quickly stood up and walked to the side of the cauldron that Baiyu had already prepared. This time, Lin Rei's technique was obviously more complicated than what Baiyu had described. However, it was indeed more skillful than Lin Rei's previous refining. Seeing this scene, Baiyu couldn't help but reveal a look of excitement. In addition to excitement, he was more gratified. "Heh, the pills are done," Lin Rei shouted. With a wave of his hand, a wave of spiritual energy swept up the pills that had already been refined in the cauldron and flew out. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. There was a burst of air-piercing sound. 30 to 40 pills flew out from the cauldron. Accompanying the pills was a tempting medicinal fragrance. Haha, this time, I finally know that it's my own fault. When I was refining pills, I only knew how to draw gourds and ladles, but I didn't really understand the essence of refining pills. It's really...
Speaking of this,
Lin Rei felt ashamed. It turned out that after refining the pills, Lin Rei pondered for a long time. At noon, he realized that it wasn't his own refining process that was wrong. He only knew how to imitate Baiyu's refining method, but he didn't know how to refine pills that truly belonged to himself. After everything was the same, there was now the pills in Lin Rei's hands. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for refining a yellow level pill. Special reward, 90 pill refining points and 4 experience points for the method of 10,000 laws. Ding dong, congratulations to the host. The apprentice experience points are now full. Do you want to advance to yellow level alchemist now? There was a series of system notifications. However, Lin Rei was very curious. In the system's personal information interface, he didn't find the experience points for the method of 10,000 laws. Where did he go to get that experience points? Ding dong, does the host want to break through to Emperor-level alchemist now? Lin Rei, who was thinking about what the method of 10,000 laws was, woke up when he heard the system's notification. And I want to advance now. If I advance earlier, I'll feel more at ease. Alright, then I'll have to ask the host not to refine pills for the next few days, because no matter how many pills the host refines, it won't increase the host's experience points. Therefore, I'll have to ask the host to cultivate properly for the next few days. After saying this, the system disappeared without a trace, leaving behind a stupefied Linley in the same spot. I see. What is this called? I didn't think that such a high-level thing would have such a flaw. This is really infuriating. Originally, Lin Rei wanted to work hard to refine pills after breaking through to yellow-level alchemist. He wanted to break through to black-level alchemist within a month, but he didn't think that the system would do such a thing. It really made Lin Rei want to cry and laugh at the same time. AI, Baiyu, you go back first for these few days. I'll call you when I have time. I'll take a look at this pill recipe in these few days. Lin Rei thought. Since he was already a yellow-level alchemist, it was only a matter of time before he became a black-level alchemist. But when he thought of the system's mission, Lin Rei felt a headache coming on. Oh, this subordinate will take his leave. Baiyu didn't ask any more questions, but decisively left Lin Rei's room and went back to his own room. Lin Rei, who was in his room, also followed the system's instructions and sat down cross-legged to cultivate. At this time, the main hall of the Danzong sect was indeed very lively. In this hall, all the elders and Dan Yunzi were present. It's great that the Great Elder has returned today. With the Great Elder overseeing the Danzong sect in the future, we can break through in peace. At this time, Dan Yunzi walked out and came to the side of an elder. He smiled and patted the elder's shoulder. Yes, the Great Elder is the signboard of our Danzong sect. With the Great Elder here, we can rest assured. Sect leader, don't say that. No matter what, the Danzong sect can only flourish because of the sect leader. This old man is just a member of the Danzong sect. It's my duty to work for the Danzong sect, so there's no need for the sect leader to say that. Hearing the Great Elder's words, everyone laughed. At this time, an elder stood up and said to the Great Elder, Great Elder, before the young master went into seclusion, he said that you would bring back a lot of good children from outside. May I know where these children are now? Hearing the elder's words, the faces of everyone in the hall instantly turned solemn. Reporting to the sect leader, I have indeed brought back some children. These children are now waiting outside the door. If the sect leader wants to see them, this old man will immediately ask the disciples to bring them in and let the sect leader have a look. Upon hearing the elder's words, the first elder hurriedly told him the location of the child who would come later. Well, there's no need for that. The young master said that you should hand over all the children you brought back to Ming and Tianyun and do your best. So I'll have to trouble the Great Elder to make a trip here. You also know that this is the young master's order. As subordinates, we can't be judgmental, right? Hearing Dan Yunzi's words, the Great Elder quickly nodded and then slowly retreated. He led the children outside the hall to the small courtyard where Ming and Tianyun were. At this time, Tianyun and the other two were sitting together, discussing what had happened in the past few days. It turned out that when Lin Rei broke through the fasting period, the strength of the warrior summoned by Lin Rei had also increased. And it wasn't just a little bit. It had broken through from the peak of the enlightened period to the peak of the fasting period. Chapter 74. Sigh, whatever. My cultivation has improved and nothing bad has happened. We'll just have to wait for the young master to come out of seclusion and ask him. Tianyun and Bing both agreed with Ming's words. No matter how they thought about it, they couldn't think of anything. Yes, Ming is right. Instead of thinking about these pointless things, we should hurry up and do what the young master asked us to do. At this time, I stood up and said something to Tianyun before retreating. The two people in the room stared blankly for a moment before coming back to their senses. Sigh, it's easy for you to say. Do you think we don't want to do it? But the thing is, the mission the young master gave us hasn't arrived yet. How do you expect us to do it? Seeing Ice walk out, Heavenly Cloud could not help but complain to Ice, who had already walked out of the door. At that moment, a voice pierced through the room. Ming and Tianyun immediately rushed out of the door to where the voice came from. Fellow Taoists inside, I've been following the young master's orders to gather some children outside. I'm sending them over now. Would it be convenient for you to come out and receive them? As soon as he finished speaking, Ming and Bing rushed out of the room. Looking at the person in front of them, they knew that this must be the Great Elder they had never met before. Their faces were immediately filled with smiles. Oh, you must be the Danzong sect's Great Elder.
It's an honor to meet you at last. No.
I'm just an ordinary cultivator. I just casually took up a position in the alchemy sect. It's nothing. Moreover, with my cultivation and talent, I'm already a top-notch existence, even in the central continent. The three of them flattered each other. Moreover, from the looks of it, the Great Elder seemed to have hit it off very well with Ming and Bing. All right. Fellow Taoists, you should know why I'm here this time, right? After a long time, the great elder returned to the main topic and talked about the purpose of his visit. Yes, that's right. We've been following the young master's orders to wait here for the great elder to send these children over. Just as I was talking, you arrived. Don't you think it's a coincidence? All right, I'll leave these 100 children to you. I just came back and haven't had the time to go back yet. Since I'm leaving the children to you, I'll take my leave first. Then, without waiting for Ming to reply, he hurriedly flew towards the palace where he lived. Ming and Tianyun smiled bitterly when they saw this. What an impatient temperament. Whatever you say is what it is. You didn't even wait for the person to finish speaking and left in a hurry. Seeing the first elder's figure disappear, the two of them regain their senses and turn their attention to the 100 children. Looking at these children, Ming and Tianyun immediately became serious. They said to these children, "Let me tell you something. Since you're here, you're our young master's people from now on. Our young master can teach you abilities that you'll never imagine. However, you have to swear allegiance to our young master from now on. If you violate him, no matter where you are, you can't resist our pursuit. Do you understand?" As soon as Ming's words came out, the children, who were originally smiling, immediately became serious. Some of them cried out of fear. Some of them even had their eyes shining when they heard that they could learn abilities that they could never imagine. At this time, each of them had an ulterior motive and no one knew what they were thinking. Although the oldest of them was only 11 years old, in this era, 11-year-old children already had their own thoughts and ideas. Yes, we understand. After Ming finished speaking, all the children answered in unison. Their voices were loud and clear. Looking at this momentum, Ming could not help but imagine the achievements of these children in the future. Well, in that case, follow me and swear an oath now. Remember, don't play any tricks. If you don't swear an oath, then there's no need for us to keep him. I'll make sure that he won't see the sun tomorrow. After saying that, Ming released his electric light state's coercion and rushed towards the 100 children. In the blink of an eye, 90% of the children were lying on the ground under the pressure of fate. Only 10% of the children were still struggling to hold on. Although the 10% of the children looked miserable, it wasn't easy. After seeing Ming's means, all the children became well-behaved. However, in their eyes, Ming could see that their yearning for strength was no less than his. Well, I just gave you a warning. But if someone really betrays our young master, then I'll directly kill him so that his soul will not be reincarnated. When all the children heard Ming's words, they could not help but tremble. Their eyes were full of fear. Then the next step is to officially swear an oath. I swear that I'll be loyal to young Master Lin Rei from now on. I'll never violate it. If I violate it, I'll be tempered by the Nirvana Thunder Tribulation. My soul will be destroyed, and I won't be reincarnated. I'm willing to fall into the Avicii hell and be burned by the hellfire forever. After Ming finished speaking, all the children followed suit. In an instant, the sky, which was originally sunny, became cloudy after these children swore their allegiance to Lin Rei. It was as if the words of these children were answered by the heavens. Well, not bad. Since you're all on the same side, then I'll now test your aptitudes. If your aptitudes are above average, you'll be able to practice the cultivation method designated by the young master. If your aptitudes are below average, you'll be able to practice the highest cultivation method of the Danzong sect. Well, now line up and start the test. After Ming finished speaking, all the children lined up in an orderly manner and waited for Ming's test. At this time, the children were very nervous. They all hoped to practice the cultivation method designated by the young master, so at this moment, they were like ants on a hot pan, anxious and restless. Well, qualified. Next. Unqualified. Unqualified, qualified, qualified, unqualified. In this way, Ming used the method that Lin Rei taught him to test the aptitudes of all the children one by one. In the end, Ming was very disappointed. He originally thought that there would be a lot of children with above-average aptitudes, but in the end, there were only 20 children with above-average aptitudes. The rest were all of medium aptitudes. None of them had below-average aptitudes. I didn't expect that there would only be 20 children with above-average aptitudes. This is really too little. Will the young master be disappointed when he comes out? Looking at the 20 children with above-average aptitudes in front of him, Ming stood up and walked to their side. He smiled and said, "Children, you're very lucky to be chosen by the young master. So from today onwards, I'll personally guide you in your cultivation. As for the other disciples, they'll follow Tianyun to practice." If there were people who were happy, then there were people who were sad. After hearing Ming's words, the 20 children who were selected by Ming were immediately excited. As for the children who weren't selected, they all lowered their heads with colorful expressions on their faces. Children, don't worry. The cultivation method that I'm going to give you is also the best. As long as you work hard, I believe that you'll achieve extraordinary things in the future. Tianyun hurriedly walked out and comforted the 80 children when he saw them in such a state. After hearing Tianyun's words, the children who originally lowered their heads in frustration all raised their heads and kowtowed. Their eyes were filled with determination. Not bad, not bad. Since you've all recognized your mistakes, then come with me. Tell me your names later so that I can understand each of you better. Seeing that the group of children's fighting spirit had been reignited, Tianyun was relieved. He nodded to Ming and led the group of children to the training ground. Ming and the others who stayed behind also handed over the cloud art that Lin Rei had given to the 20 children. At this time, Lin Rei didn't know that the future pillar of the Xuanzong sect had already begun to practice. In addition, he had sworn an oath to Lin Rei and had become the future Lin Rei's most loyal subordinate and brother. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for leveling up to a yellow rank alchemist. The next level up will be after 500 experience points. I hope that the host can continue to work hard and strive to complete the system's task as soon as possible. This way, the system can give the host another task. While Road was looking at the pill formula that Baiyu had given him, the system's prompt sounded. Haha, I've finally removed the seal. I should have said that it would take a few days, but it's only been a short while. Seriously, ding dong, please be mindful of your words and actions. If you insult the system again, the system will give you a corresponding punishment. After hearing the system's words, Lin Rei felt as though there were 10,000 alpacas galloping across his mind. He instantly lost his temper. Haha, since the seal has been removed, I should hurry up and learn the pills that I've learned and level up quickly. Otherwise, if I don't complete the mission in a month, at this thought, Lin Rei couldn't help but tense up. Then, he went to the side of the furnace and immersed himself in the joy of leveling up. Rumble, rumble. At this moment, in the center of the western region, beneath a bottomless abyss, a shocking spirit jade pagoda rose from the ground. It was a grand and magnificent sight. The spiritual energy exuding from the top of the pagoda was even more shocking. This action attracted the attention of many rogue cultivators. Even the forces in the east, north, south, and center were informed of this matter. Moreover, this matter was slowly being spread out. Some sects had even begun to rush over from the central region of the western region. Above the tower were the words Cloud Tower. Looking at the tip of the pen, no one in the entire mysterious heavenly mainland could compare to it. Chapter 75. In the central continent of the mysterious heavenly mainland, there was a majestic mountain surrounded by clouds and mist. A magnificent palace sat on top of it. The words Sword School were written on the gate. Father, a 9-floored mystery realm called the Cloud Pagoda has appeared in a forbidden area of the western continent. It's said that this mystery realm has never been discovered before. Someone has also discovered that the Cloud Pagoda is surrounded by a dense spiritual aura. It's even stronger than that of the central continent. It's very likely to be a heaven-level mystery realm. Do you think we should? They were in the highest palace of the Sword School. 2 people were dressed in luxurious robes that glowed with multicolored light. They must be rare, treasured robes. Based on their conversation, it was obvious that they were father and son. The young man who spoke had a jade-like complexion and delicate features. He looked very handsome. The middle-aged man who sat on the upper seat exuded a domineering aura. He was full of nobility. Yes, you're right. However, Schauber, the sudden appearance of the secret realm in the Western continent has stirred up all the forces in the Xiantian continent. I think it's going to be a fat piece of meat that won't be easy to enjoy. The man who sat on the upper seat had a worried look on his face. It was obvious that he was not optimistic about the mystery realm in the Western continent. Yes, father, you're right. Not only the mystery realm pagoda, but the Western Forbidden Area is already famous enough. Let alone the mystery realm that hasn't been discovered yet. Sai, we have no choice. The pagoda is a heaven-level mystery realm. No matter how difficult it is to chew, we have to give it a try. With the prestige of the central continent, I'm sure the other sects will give us some face. They won't harm us, right? Hearing his son's words, the man who sat on the upper seat was visibly excited. However, he quickly concealed his emotions and no one noticed. Well, since father has said so, I'll bring some experts to the Western continent immediately. I don't want some people to get in front of us. Yes, you're right. When you go, take Uncle Jean with you. Let him protect you closely. Remember, I don't care about the treasures in the mystery realm. As long as you're safe, I'll be at ease. Hearing her father's words, a smile appeared on the face of the person called Shower. All right, I understand, father. I'll take my leave now. As he spoke, the young man called Xiao bowed to the man in the seat of honor and walked out. Seeing that his son had left, the man smiled and closed his eyes to rest. Not only the Sword House, but also all the first-grade forces in the mysterious heavenly continent, including the young disciples of their sects, started to move. At this time, in the meeting room of the Danzong sect in the Western continent, all the senior members of the Danzong sect were present except for White Feather, who was accompanying Lin Rei in his closed-door training. The meeting room was eerily silent, and everyone had a solemn expression on their faces. I'm sure everyone knows. The appearance of the mystery realm in the Lingtian Forbidden Area in the Western continent has attracted the attention of various forces. Even the first-rate sects in the central continent have started to move. I'm afraid this trip to the mystery realm will not be simple. Moreover, the mystery realm has appeared in the Lingtian Forbidden Area. I'm afraid many people will die this time. At this moment, Dan Yunzi, who was sitting on the sect master's seat, spoke to the elders below him with a solemn expression. It was obvious that Dan Yunzi wasn't optimistic about this trip to the mystic realm. Yes, let's not think about the Cloud Pagoda's mystery realm. Just the protective barrier of the Cloud Pagoda's mystery realm in the Lingtian Forbidden Area is not that easy to break through. Yes, just the Lingtian Forbidden Area alone is not that easy to break through. Moreover, there are so many God-favored disciples from various sections. This is already a threat to us this time. Yes, that's right. After Dan Yunzi finished speaking about his opinion on this trip to the mystery realm, the elders began to discuss among themselves. Not only that, but all the elders could not help but reveal a worried look in their eyes. All right. This time, we will select the elites of our sections. However, as for who to select, it will depend on the elders' opinions. With your recommendation, their strength must be top-notch. Otherwise, I'm afraid their lives will be in danger when they encounter the God-favored disciples from the central continent. Dan Yunzi spoke to the elders in the lower seats and expressed his worries. His expression could not help but become more solemn. Yes, we will definitely select the elites of our sects with great care. Well, in that case, all of you can leave now. I'll inform you when I've confirmed the selection. After saying that, Dan Yunzi did not listen to them anymore. Instead, he closed his eyes and those elders sensibly retreated. Some people were happy while others were sad. Not only were there people in certain mystery realms, but there were also people who were secretly plotting against other sections. In the Search Sect conference hall not far from the Danzong sect, all the elders and sect leaders were sitting in the hall, discussing how to plot against the Danzong sect. Sect leader, this mystery realm is the most advantageous opportunity for our sect. As long as all the elites of the Danzong sect die in this mystery realm, we will definitely give the Danzong sect a heavy gift. After this, I believe that the Danzong sect will definitely suffer a great loss. However, we will definitely not fight to the death to take down the entire Danzong sect. At that time, we will merge the Danzong sect, and our search sect will definitely become stronger again. After hearing the elder's analysis, everyone present could not help but nod their heads. Their eyes were filled with admiration. Yes, Elder Wang is right. As long as the Danzong sect manages to kill all the elites in the mystery realm, it will definitely give the Danzong sect a heavy blow. At that time, we won't have any chance of defeating the Danzong sect. Yes, that's right. I didn't expect Elder Wang to have such a meticulous plan. It's really amazing. After hearing Elder Wang's words, everyone present couldn't help but smile and nod their heads. They all complimented Elder Wang one after another. All right, we have to prepare well this time. After this mystery realm ends, we will declare war on the Danzong sect. At that time, our sect will have the support of the Danzong sect's elixirs. I believe our sect will definitely soar. Who knows, maybe our search sect can even move to the central mainland. For a moment, everyone laughed when they heard Sect Master Sun's words. Their eyes were filled with excitement. Yes, that's it then. We'll let Elder Wang choose the people who will go to the mystery realm this time. Remember, this time, we must send the most powerful young people in our sect. This time, we have to be prepared to rise. We don't have to be afraid of the sect being destroyed one day. Yes, Sect Master. This time, I will definitely select the most promising young people in our sect. Hearing Elder Wang's words, Sect Master Sun nodded his head leisurely. He then waved his hand and dismissed them. All right, all of you may leave. Remember, before the mystery realm opens, let those disciples cultivate well and recuperate their spirits. Prepare to perform well in the mystery realm. When the time comes, I will not shortchange them. After saying that, Sect Master Sun took a step back and left the back hall. The elders who were seated also stood up one by one and walked out of the door. After this incident, the people of the Danzong sect still didn't know that their sect had been targeted. At this time, they were still carefully selecting the people who would go to the mystery realm this time. Time flew by. Time flew by. Unknowingly, it had been almost a month since the mystery realm opened. There were many people from the western region. Most of them were here for the mystery realm in the Lingtian Forbidden area. However, there were also some people who wanted to join in the fun. The disciples that the Danzong sect had carefully selected were working hard at this time.
Boom.
At this time, in the depths of the Danzong sect's cave, Lin Rei was sitting in front of the alchemy furnace. He was looking at the alchemy furnace in a daze. At this time, Lin Rei was holding some of the pills that had just been refined. On the surface of the pills, there was a multicolored glow. There was no doubt that the pills were no doubt emitting an alluring fragrance. Ding dong, congratulations to the host. You have refined the Mystic Level Pill, Foundation Building Pill. You are hereby rewarded with 200,000 Alchemy Experience Points, 20 Alchemy Experience Points, and 100,000 Experience Points. Ding dong, congratulations to the host. Although you are now able to refine Mystic Level Pills, you are still not able to break through to the Mystic Level. However, you are not far away. Now, you are only 10 experience points away from breaking through to the Mystic Level. The system's voice transmitted to Lin Rei's ears. Hearing this news, Lin Rei's face revealed an excited smile. Haha, I didn't think that I would be able to refine Mystic Level Pills now. Although I am only 10 experience points away, it is only a matter of refining a furnace of pills. It is just that I still don't know what is going on with the method of 10,000 methods. It has already increased to several hundred, but it still hasn't appeared. Thinking of this, Lin Rei couldn't help but feel worried. He thought of how he had been refining pills nonstop for the past month and how he had gained experience points. But what exactly was the method of 10,000 methods? Ding dong, the host doesn't need to worry. When the host reaches a certain level, the host will know the wonderful use of the method of 10,000 methods. But before that, the host must hurry up and become a mystic level alchemist. Moreover, there are only 2 days left until the deadline of the Mystic Level Alchemist mission. If the host doesn't hurry up, the host will slowly be tortured by the system. After saying these words, the system stopped and revealed a huge murderous aura. Lin Rei was stunned. He didn't think that the system would have such a strong murderous aura. And okay, I understand. Chapter 76. Let's begin the final level up. Hearing the system's final mission notification, Lin Rei became nervous. But then he remembered that he only needed one last batch of dawn to advance, so the tension in his heart relaxed. Next, I will try to refine the detoxification Dan. As long as I can refine it, I can slowly become a profound level alchemist. Lin Rei immediately went to the storage ring where the dawn were stored and carefully selected the dawn that could be used to refine the detoxification Dan. Okay, let's start simple. Success or failure depends on this one move. Let's see if I can refine the detoxification Dan. After saying that, Lin Rei began to refine the detoxification Dan. After a month of refining, Lin Rei's alchemy skills could already catch up with the alchemists who had been advancing for a long time. Sometimes, when it came to extracting dawn according to the method provided by Baiyu, he could only extract 50% of the dawn. The remaining 50% would be destroyed by the refiner's flames during the refining process. However, after a month of refining, Lin Rei was able to extract more than 90% of the dawn essence. In the world of alchemy, this was already considered very powerful. Besides those who had reached the pinnacle of alchemy, there were not many people who could be compared with Lin Rei. So, Lin Rei moved according to his will. A blood-red flame emerged from his fingertips and rushed towards the dawn in front of him.
Puff, puff.
A sound came from the front. Linley's flame wrapped around the elixir, and in a flash, the essence of the elixir was extracted. In this instant, many alchemists would never be able to surpass Linley, a novice who had not even started learning for a month, had succeeded in refining the elixir. Looking at the dawn essence that had already been refined, Lin Rei's face showed an excited expression. This time, I'm going to successfully concoct the antidote in one go. As he spoke, Linley commanded the illusory spirit bloodfire to split into countless parts, which then charged towards the already refined spiritual medicine essences. When the illusory spirit bloodfire arrived in front of the spiritual medicine essences, it began to divide them up as though they were food. After the illusory spirit blood fire divided the essence, it rushed into the alchemy furnace that Lin Rei had been using for a month. Boom! The raging illusory spirit blood fire burned in the alchemy cauldron. At this time, Lin Rei's heart was very careful to observe every movement of the pill. He was afraid that a cauldron of pills would be destroyed if he was careless. Just a little longer, and I will be able to become a profound level alchemist. At that time, I will be one step closer to saving Hong Lian. He was one step closer to his goal of saving Red Lotus. Needless to say, Linley was overjoyed. If not for the fact that he was currently concocting pills, Linley would have released all of his cultivation base and let the world feel what he was feeling right now. Dong dong dong. At this time, a knocking sound came from the door. Lin Rei didn't need to think to know who it was. In Shandong, there was only Baiyu. Well, come in, it's not locked. Hearing the knocking sound, Lin Rei responded to Baiyu. At this time, Baiyu, who was standing outside the door, was very nervous. One had to know that Lin Rei hadn't summoned him for more than 10 days. This made him very puzzled. Today, he finally couldn't help but come to ask what was going on. With a twig sound, White Feather walked in, trembling with fear. As soon as White Feather entered, the first thing he saw was Linley's single hand controlling the flames. This scene scared White Feather silly. For a moment, White Feather stood there, his mind blank. Not only did he stand there in a daze, he didn't even blink. Ahem, Baiyu, did you come to find me for an urgent matter? Did something happen outside? Looking at Baiyu's appearance, Lin Rei didn't think too much. Instead, he asked the purpose of his visit, or if something happened in the sect. Baiyu, what's wrong? After Lin Rei asked, he didn't get a response from Baiyu, so Lin Rei called out to Baiyu again. Oh, young master, what did you say just now? This subordinate lost my mind for a moment and didn't hear clearly.
Damn it.
After being awakened by Lin Rei, Baiyu hurriedly knelt on the ground and apologized to Lin Rei. However, his eyes didn't leave Lin Rei's cauldron. What's wrong? I wanted to ask, what are you doing here? Did something happen in the sect? Seeing White Feather's question, Linley asked the same question he had asked earlier. Oh, it's like this. I wanted to see young master, why you haven't summoned this subordinate for more than 10 days. In a moment of panic, I didn't listen to young master and came here without permission. I hope young master won't be angry. Hearing Baiyu's words, Lin Rei realized that he hadn't contacted Baiyu for more than 10 days due to the temptation of becoming a profound level pill refiner. Oh, it's nothing. I just wanted to try refining pills by myself. Aren't I already refining? As he spoke, Linley's finger pointed towards the pill furnace that he was currently refining. His face revealed a trace of pride. Baiyu was dumbfounded when he saw the alchemy furnace in Linley's hand. He didn't expect that in the past 10 days, without his guidance, this young master in front of him would be able to complete alchemy on his own. Furthermore, he was able to control flames with one hand, something that no alchemist had ever attempted before. I wonder what kind of pill young master is refining? Why don't I see any dregs from young master's refinement? Baiyu didn't say much and looked around. His eyes constantly scanned the surroundings, trying to find the dregs from Lin Rei's refinement. However, after a long time, Baiyu's eyes fell back on his young master in disappointment. With a questioning tone, he asked Lin Rei, "Oh, you're talking about the dregs? I've already refined them. Moreover, I discovered that during the refinement process, I can refine the spiritual herbs to perfection. However, I don't know why you left behind so much dregs at the end. From those dregs, you can refine a lot of spiritual herbs' essence." How is this possible? Young master, you're saying that you refine the spiritual herbs to the point that there isn't even a single dregs left? After hearing his young master's words, the shocked Baiyu once again asked Lin Rei, with a questioning tone. Yes, it can't be considered to be refined to the point that there isn't a single dregs under your feet. Looking at Baiyu's questioning gaze, Lin Rei used his remaining hand to point at Baiyu's feet. What? After saying that, Baiyu lowered his head to look at the dregs under his feet. The moment he saw them, Baiyu was petrified. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. My pill refinement is complete. I can't fall short at this time. At this time, Lin Rei didn't care about the petrified Baiyu. Instead, he was concerned about the pill refinement that was about to be completed. You're still causing trouble at this time. Condense. Observing the commotion in the cauldron, Lin Rei calmly poured the illusory spirit blood fire into the cauldron. He couldn't help but reveal a mocking expression. Condense the pill, myriad treasure detoxification pill. After saying that, Lin Rei's hands constantly changed the method of condensing the pill. This method was comprehended by Lin Rei himself. Moreover, Lin Rei also discovered that using this method to condense the pill would increase the quality and quantity of the pills. From the beginning until now, Lin Rei had only used this method of condensing the pill. Subsequently, Lin Rei named this method condensing method. The pill is formed. After saying that, Lin Rei waved his hand, and a lot of pills shot out from the cauldron. For a moment, Lin Rei used the bottle that he had prepared to store the pills that had been summoned. Not bad this time. I didn't expect the condensing method to be improved. This time there are 10 more pills than the last time. A total of 100 pills. It seems that next time, I have to properly comprehend the mysteries of this method. For a moment, looking at the pills in his hand, Lin Rei's face revealed an expression of understanding, but there was also a trace of regret. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for refining the profound level detoxification pill. The host is hereby rewarded with 30 experience points for the alchemist, 20 experience points for the 10,000 techniques, and 300,000 spiritual herbs. Ding dong, congratulations to the host. The alchemist experience points have been filled and can be upgraded. Do you want to upgrade now? Congratulations to the host. The 10,000 techniques has been played to the maximum. The 600 experience points have been displayed. If you want to know more details, you can look at the host's information interface. I believe that the host will be very surprised after seeing it. After Linley put away the detoxification pill, the system notified him of the good news. He was so happy that he almost fainted, especially when he heard about the long-awaited 10,000 techniques manual. Quickly upgrade to the profound level alchemist. I don't want to be obliterated before I complete it.
Ding dong, okay.
Host, please wait a moment. The system is currently upgrading your alchemist level. You will be upgraded to the profound level alchemist, and the next level is the earth level alchemist. Host, please continue to work hard. Hearing the system's words, Lin Ray pouted. In his heart, he felt as if there were 10,000 grass mud horses galloping past. At this time, Lin Ray woke up from the joy of leveling up. Only then did he remember that Baiyu had opened it. Thus, he turned his head and saw that Baiyu's 2 eyes were staring at him like a bull's. Hey, what's wrong? Is it because I only know how to look at it these past few days and didn't hit myself? Do I look a bit embarrassed? Seeing Baiyu like this, Lin Ray couldn't help but tease him. Moreover, he even cooperated with the action and touched his face. Young master. You really know how to joke. Looking at his young master's appearance, Baiyu's pair of huge eyes rolled towards Lin Ray, who was teasing him. Ding dong, congratulations, host. You have now been upgraded to the profound level alchemist. I hope you continue to work hard. Ding dong, congratulations, host. You have completed the task of becoming a profound level alchemist in a month. Moreover, you have completed it ahead of time. You are hereby rewarded with 1 million experience points, 100 alchemy experience points, 110,000 techniques experience points, and 30 nascent soul-breaking pills. Oh, this is too rich. While chatting with Baiyu, suddenly, the system issued a prompt. After hearing the prompt, Lin Ray was completely excited, especially the 1 million experience points. One must know that the process of alchemy also gave experience points, but that was only a small profit. Compared to 1 million, it was simply incomparable. Chapter 77. Well, Baiyu, if there's nothing else, you can leave first. I'm studying the pill formula you gave me. Lin Ray came back to his senses and said to Lin Ray. When Baiyu heard Lin Ray's words, even though she was still a little surprised and confused, she still obediently left and didn't say anything else. I didn't expect that just refining a pill would make Baiyu so surprised. When he thought of this, Lin Ray couldn't help but feel proud. Little did he know that Lin Ray's pride was simply showing off to others. Sigh, I don't care anymore. I'd better hurry up and see what the 10,000 laws technique is that hasn't appeared yet. After saying that, Lin Ray's mind moved, and the scene in front of him instantly turned into a pitch-black space. System, show me my information. Ding dong, okay host, please wait a moment. After arriving in the system space, Lin Ray ordered the system. As for the system, it was still using its emotionless mechanical body and mind to recover. Ding dong, the information has been displayed. Host, please take your time to look at it. If there's anything you don't understand, please feel free to ask. After saying that, the system went silent. Linley didn't bother with it. Instead, he focused all his attention on the information he had received. Name, Lin Ray. Age, 14. Cultivation, peak of the next stage of Anidia experience, 999999010000000. Spiritual roots, thunder, fire, wood, 3. Chaos spiritual roots talent, peak cultivation technique, chaos scripture, incomplete, devouring heavenly technique, growable, Hongmeng pill refining, entry cultivation technique, cloud technique, emperor level cultivation technique, martial skills, butterfly steps, entry level, stellar finger, proficient, silent thunder spear art, high profound level martial skill, now practice to the entry level, able to produce 3 lightning bolts, 10,000 sword art, heaven level, spiritual treasure, Martial Emperor Godly Spear. High Spiritual Chi, growable, 10,000 Laws Sword, no grade, 10,000 Beasts Furnace Equipment. Cloud Stepping Boots, High Spiritual Weapon. Purple Cloud Robe, High Spiritual Weapon. Purple Cloud Inner Armor, High Spiritual Weapon Mount. Red Flame Tiger. Foundation Establishment Level 9 Lucky Draw Wheel. 0 Champion Draw. System. The Champion Draw opportunity has been used up. This system has been permanently sealed. Reputation, 0 exchange points, 0 spirit stones, 0 alchemy apprentice experience points, 110-1000 alchemy room. Alchemy room can be used to refine dawn. As long as the dawn you want to refine dawn are placed inside, the alchemy room will automatically refine the dawn. However, this is limited to the host's alchemy level and cannot be any better. Alchemy dawn will not increase any experience points. Method of 10,000 Laws experience points, 600,700. Method of 10,000 Laws, a spell used for alchemy. It allows you to break down the ingredients of the pill faster. It also allows the user to complete the final step of separating the ingredients of the pill during the final process of condensing the pill. At the same time, it is also a way to control fire. It is a supreme level spell. It was created by inheriting the illusory spirit blood fire. Top grade spiritual medicine, none natural treasures. 50 kilograms of purple gold nephrite, 50 kilograms of purple gold sand. Mission, main mission, establish a sect within the next 5 years. If you cannot complete the mission or exceed the time limit, you will be erased by the system. Side mission, recruit 5 best disciples within the next 5 years. Every disciple must have the aptitude of the best. Within the next 5 years, you must let your disciples make a name for themselves in the entire mysterious heavenly mainland. If you cannot complete the mission within the next 5 years, you will be erased by the system, just like the previous mission. Main mission. Host, you must become a mystic level alchemist within a month. If you cannot complete the mission within the time limit, you'll be erased by the system. Side mission. Go to the Fengyan Sect and kill the 3rd Elder Wangshin within the next year. If you cannot complete the mission or exceed the time limit, you will be erased by the system. Side mission. Control the entire upper echelon of the Danzong Sect within a day and become the master of the Danzong Sect. Dawn. 30 Body Strengthening Dawn, 200 Vitality Gathering Dawn, 50 Foundation Building Dawn, 11 Mind Control Dawn, 1 Breakthrough Dawn, 11 Nascent Breakthrough Dawn, 2 Adversity Surpassing Dawn, Restoration Dawn 300, 1000 Body Strengthening Dawn, 100 Antidote Dawn. Oh, this. Looking at his own information, Lin Ray almost didn't want to speak, especially when he saw the alchemy room. Although becoming an alchemist didn't give any experience points, it was still a godly cheating tool. With the alchemy room, he would have more resources to establish a sect in the future. You're dreaming. You don't even have the strength yet, and you're already thinking of establishing a sect. Really, a voice that Lin Ray didn't want to hear came from the top of the system space. Moreover, there was a hint of mockery in the voice. Hey, can you not come and disturb me every time I'm enjoying myself? Can't you just do it once? You're always like this. Every time I'm still enjoying myself, you come and pour cold water on me. Tell me, do I have a grudge against you? Or do I have a grudge against you? Hearing this voice, Lin Ray rolled his eyes. When he spoke, there was a hint of jealousy and resentment. Yo, you're still talking about me like that. If it weren't for me appearing every time, I reckon your tail would be in the sky now. You still have the cheek to complain. Hearing Lin Ray's words, little Tian didn't back down and attacked Lin Ray. Just like this, for a few hours, Lin Ray and the little dragon quarreled in the information interface. If it weren't for the fact that the system spirit didn't have a physical body, perhaps they would have already fought. Humph. Damn Xiaolong, you're always like this. Every time, you use your system's spirit to pressure me. Alright, I won't argue with you anymore. There are still a few more months before the Eastern Region's mission. I have to use these few months to improve my cultivation. Otherwise, if I fail to complete the mission and get killed by you, that would be a real loss. Lin Rei, who had been acting like a bitch for a long time, finally stopped. He quickly said to the little dragon, "Humph, you know, and you still talk back to me." After saying that, the little dragon retreated and didn't say another word. Lin Rei knew that the little dragon wanted him to cultivate faster. Lin Rei also didn't say anything. His eyes flashed with a trace of a smile as he left the system space and returned to the real world. I'll go into seclusion for a few more days. In any case, my experience bar is almost full. After I make a breakthrough, I'll go out and gain experience. If I keep cultivating in this kind of environment, then I won't be able to reach the peak. After returning to the real world, Lin Rei thought of this and quickly sat down cross-legged. This time, Lin Rei must break through to the mid-stage of Anidia before coming out of seclusion. At this time, outside the seclusion cave, Dan Yunzi and a group of elders had anxious expressions on their faces. They looked at the cave in front of them with worry. "Senior Dan Yunzi, we have been standing here for a long time. Should we go in and invite the young master? This time, without the young master, our Sect's disciples won't have any chance in the Cloud Pagoda's secret territory." One of the elders finally couldn't wait any longer. He stepped forward and said to the Danzong Sect master Dan Yunzi. At the same time, all the elders looked at Dan Yunzi with doubtful expressions. "Sai, I know, but the young master is in seclusion. If we disturb him for no reason, won't it?" Looking at the gazes of his junior brothers, Dan Yunzi knew that they wanted him to knock on the stone door for his seclusion. "Sai, no. The young master won't blame us. If he really wants to blame us, then we can bear it together. But now, we have such a good opportunity. We can't give it up. Moreover, the small forces around us have also gone. Do you think we can just not go?" As they spoke, they started to quarrel. At this moment, the sound of the door opening entered everyone's ears. Rumble, rumble, rumble sounds came from everyone's body. For a moment, everyone's eyes all looked towards the closed door. "Why are you quarreling here? Don't you know that this is the place where the young master is in seclusion? If you disturb the young master, can you bear the responsibility?" Before the person appeared, the angry voice swept over with a terrifying pressure. Everyone was no match for it, and all of them knelt on the ground. A gray-haired man walked out from behind the door and glared angrily at these people. "Cough, cough. Grand Elder, please be merciful. We didn't mean to disturb the young master's seclusion. It's just that this time's matter is unusual, so..." Dan Yunzi raised his head and carefully looked at Baiyu's face. He was afraid that he would say something wrong. If this happened again, he wouldn't be able to bear it. "Humph, get up." Looking at everyone's expression, Baiyu quickly retracted his pressure and let everyone get up.
"Speak."
"What's the matter? Why did you have to disturb the young master? If you don't tell me the truth today, humph, do as you see fit." "Oh, it's like this. A few days ago, a secret realm appeared in the Lingtian Forbidden Area." Then, looking at Baiyu's expression, Dan Yunzi quickly told him everything that happened in the past few days. He didn't leave out a single word. "Oh, so it's like this." After listening to Dan Yunzi, Baiyu knew the seriousness of the matter. He quickly led them to the place where Lin Rei was in seclusion. However, when they arrived in front of Lin Rei's door, they felt that Lin Rei's aura was rapidly increasing.
"What?
How is this possible? How can it increase so quickly? It hasn't even been a month." Sensing Linley's aura, a hint of a smile appeared on everyone's face. As for Baiyu, her face was filled with shock and disbelief. Grand Elder, you're..." Hearing Baiyu's words, everyone's attention was focused on Baiyu. When they turned their heads and saw the expression on his face, they would never forget it. "Oh, it's nothing. Since the young master is breaking through, let's not disturb him. Let's wait here obediently." After saying that, Baiyu went to the side and found a clean place to sit down. He quietly waited for Lin Rei to come out of seclusion. Chapter 78. Just like that, Baiyu and the group of elders waited at the door for a long time. At this moment, a powerful aura swept through the room. With a boom, Linley, who had been sitting in his room, suddenly felt his body tremble. The aura around his body began to rise, and a terrifying pressure swept out. Even the paramount lightning stamp, which had been dormant all this time, began to move. Humph. Lin Ray let out a muffled groan. His face, which was originally as white as paper, began to redden. Phew, I finally broke through. I didn't expect this breakthrough to be so smooth. If it had taken a few more days to break through, it would have been over. Feeling the rolling spiritual energy in his body, Lin Ray became excited. However, when he thought about how he didn't know when the next breakthrough would be, coupled with his shocking experience, Lin Ray, who was originally in a good mood, was instantly thrown to the back of his mind. When I was breaking through, I felt the paramount lightning stamp move. Maybe I can control it now. With that, Lin Ray thought that the paramount lightning stamp would obediently appear in his palm. However, Lin Ray, who closed his eyes. After a long time, there was still no feeling in his palm. Thus, Lin Ray gave up. Sigh, really? If you didn't listen to my orders, then don't give me hope. Now that you've given me hope, don't make me despair. You're good. Now you're letting me try. You're really amazing. Seeing that his orders were not effective, Lin Ray complained to the paramount lightning stamp in his body. At this moment, Bai Yu and the others, who were outside the door, felt that the movement in the room had disappeared. They stood up and tidied up their messy clothes. Then they came to the door and knocked. Dong dong dong. A series of knocks came from the door. Lin Ray, who was already in a bad mood, was in an even worse mood after hearing the knocks. Bai Yu, what do you want now? Didn't you just leave? Knowing that it was Bai Yu outside, Lin Ray didn't give him any face. He directly shouted coldly at the door. Young master, Dan Yunzi and the others have come to discuss something with you. After hearing Lin Ray's tone, all the people outside the door began to tremble. Their voices were trembling as they spoke. Oh, you have something to discuss with me?
Come in then.
Upon hearing White Feather's words, Lin Ray immediately let them in. Upon receiving Lin Ray's order, White Feather and the others opened the door without hesitation. We pay our respects to young master. We wish young master good fortune and good health. We hope that young master's cultivation will improve day by day. Lin raised Dan Yunzi and the others. He directly knelt on the ground and flattered Lin Ray. All right, get up quickly. Didn't Pure Feather say that she had something important to tell me? Hurry up and say it. Looking at Dan Yunzi kneeling on the ground, Linley hurriedly asked them to stand up and explain what had happened today. Dan Yunzi didn't dare to be negligent and hurriedly said to Linley, "It's like this, young master. A few days ago, for some reason, a secret realm appeared in the Lingtian Forbidden Area. Moreover, it's certain that this secret realm hasn't been opened by anyone. Our Sect's disciples also went there, but we're afraid that they will be attacked maliciously. So we want young master to..." Hearing these words, Linley understood. Hearing Dan Yunzi's words, Linley wanted him to be a bodyguard for those disciples. You don't have to say anything. I know what you're going to say next. I'll agree to this. But now, tell me, what's the deal with the Heaven-class secret realms? And what are the other Heaven-class secret realms? He didn't hesitate in the slightest as he agreed. But after speaking, Linley asked him a whole bunch of questions, causing Dan Yunzi to be unable to respond. All right, this so-called secret realm is just a place of inheritance left behind by the predecessors. They're also divided into levels. For example, a secret realm of the heaven level is already the peak of this continent. However, a long time ago, a secret realm of the king level appeared, but that was also a long time ago. Hearing Dan Yunzi's explanation, Lin Ray nodded, as if he understood. A light inadvertently flashed in his eyes. It came quickly and disappeared quickly. No one noticed it, and it was perfectly hidden. Oh, so it's like this. Then what are the levels of secret realms? Hearing Lin Ray's words, Dan Yunzi said, these secret realms are also divided into levels. For example, Our Danzong sect has a secret realm of the profound level. However, many years have passed, and the sect doesn't have a decent array master. Therefore, with the passage of time, the secret realm of the sect will become lower and lower. As for the levels of secret realms, they are divided into human level, yellow level, profound level, earth level, heaven level, and king level. Our continent's records only mention the king level. Moreover, this king level has not appeared for a long time. Therefore, the king level is basically eliminated. Hearing Dan Yunzi's explanation, Lin Rei understood a lot of things. Therefore, he immediately said to Dan Yunzi, "Call me when you want to leave. As for those disciples who want to go, you have to tell them my rules. Do you understand?" Hearing Lin Rei's words, Dan Yunzi knew that when Lin Rei said these words, it meant that he was going to close the door and decline all visitors. Dan Yunzi and the others were very tactful. "Yes, young master. I will go out and immediately arrange for them. I will definitely not let them cause trouble for young master. As long as young master can protect their safety, then we will take our leave first." Finished speaking, everyone retreated. Only Lin Rei was left in the room. At this time, Lin Rei's expression was very rich. Sometimes he was worried and sometimes he was worried. Alas, I don't want to think about it. Anyway, I have to prepare to go out and gain experience. It's the same everywhere. Maybe I can improve my cultivation and alchemy skills in this secret realm. Thinking of this, the worry in Lin Rei's eyes disappeared. It was replaced with a calm expression. There wasn't the slightest fluctuation in his expression. It was like a pool of stagnant water. At this time, a system prompt was heard. When Lin Rei heard this, he was stunned. He didn't think that the system would know. "Ding dong, is the host willing to accept the Cloud Tower's trial? Please answer yes or no. Ding dong, is the host willing to accept the Cloud Tower's inheritance? Please answer yes or no. Ding dong, is the host willing to challenge the Ling Tian Forbidden Lands trial? Please answer yes or no. Ding dong, is the host required to take control of the Cloud Tower within 2 months? If the host fails, the system can choose to erase the host." System prompt after system prompt was heard. Others might think that this was a good thing, but in Lin Rei's eyes, it was like a huge rock ruthlessly smashing into his heart. It made it hard for him to breathe. *CK, are you for real? You're always like this. Can you stop messing around like this? I've just finished a quest, and you're already trying to play tricks on me. Can you stop trying to kill me every time? Although Lin Rei knew that complaining to the system would only make him angrier, Lin Rei couldn't help it. Ding dong, is the host willing to accept all the missions? If the host doesn't accept these missions, the consequences will be the same as the last mission. If the host doesn't accept them, he will be erased. When he heard this, Lin Rei was completely stunned. He thought, "Since you said that I will die if I don't accept them, then why are you asking me? Isn't this superfluous? If I accept them, I will die. If I don't accept them, I will also die. Aren't you playing with me? Accept them for me." When he said these words, Linley felt as though he had broken his teeth and was forced to swallow them down. He was very unhappy. Ding dong, congratulations to the host. You have now accepted these 4 missions. Please complete them according to the time stated above. After that, the voice of the system disappeared without a trace. Only Lin Rei was left in the same place with a face full of helplessness. Sigh. Why did I get on this pirate ship in the beginning? It's really a miscalculation. Now I have to fight every day to complete the missions. I don't know when this will end. Let's stop here first. Lin Rei couldn't help but sigh. There was a trace of tiredness on his face, and his eyes were full of fatigue. Let's go out and see how they are. It's been a month and I haven't seen them yet. As he spoke, Linley quickly walked out. In front of the door to the cave, he identified a direction and walked towards it. And this direction was where Wan Yu was. At this time, Wan Yu was sitting on the bed, motionless. It was as if she was fixed in place by someone's magic. Stinky little Tian, bad little Tian, hurry up and let me go. Otherwise, When Master comes back, I will definitely tell Master that you bullied me. Hearing this sentence, Lin Tian suddenly looked at her and ignored her. This made Wan Yu, who was sitting on the bed, anxious and angry. But there was no way to get out of bed, so she could only watch. Oh, I just came out and I heard the two of you quarreling here. Are you itching for a beating? Do you want me to loosen it for you? Speak of the devil. Just as when you finished speaking, Linley's voice came from outside the door. Upon hearing this voice, Lin Tian stood up, his face filled with excitement. He stood there respectfully, welcoming Linley's arrival. Young master, when did you come out? Not long after he finished speaking, Lin Rei's figure appeared at the door. After Lin Tian saw him, he quickly greeted him and bowed respectfully. Well, I just came out. It's been hard on you these days. Is he thinking of cultivating again? When Lin Rei came in, he saw Lin Tian's haggard face at a glance. For a moment, Lin Rei felt distressed. Oh, no, little you doesn't look very tired. It's just that when you weren't here, little you wanted to cultivate secretly 370 times, and there were more than 100 times that she wanted to run out. In the end, she was stopped by me. Later, I used some forceful means to subdue little you. After saying that, Lin Tian's finger pointed at Wan Yu, who was sitting on the bed with a complaining face. Chapter 79. Hearing Lin Tian's report, Lin Rei was really shocked. He never thought that this female disciple of his would be so passionate about cultivation that she wanted to escape 300 times in a month. This was a shocking number. Haha, you really want to cultivate that much? Looking at the complaining face of Lin Wanyu, Lin Rei approached her step by step, then sat down beside her and asked, Of course, master. Didn't you tell me that in this world, as long as I have strength, I can do whatever I want? Moreover, the increase of my strength can also help master. Of course, I want to have strength. Hearing Lin Wanyu's words, Lin Rei felt a burst of warmth in his heart. A smile appeared on his face, and he looked at Lin Wanyu dotingly. Silly child, your task now is to grow up quickly. There is no need to be so nervous about cultivation. But at the same time, you can't give up on cultivation. As long as you are well, and don't be like a month ago, where you have a dangerous breakthrough, then Master will promise you that in the future, I will not forbid you from cultivating, okay? Yes. I promise, Master, that I will not do such dangerous things in the future. Hearing Lin Rei's words, Lin Wanyu's originally complaining face turned into excitement in an instant. As the saying goes, women change their faces faster than flipping a book. This sentence was indeed true. Well, okay, you go rest. I will talk to little Tian about some serious matters. Lin Rei waved his hand and removed the restriction on Lin Wanyu's body. Then he took Lin Tian outside. Young master, do you have any orders for me? Lin Tian followed Linley to the door, a puzzled look on his face. Seeing that Linley didn't say anything, Lin Tian finally couldn't help but ask. Well, this time, I want you to go to a forbidden area with me. I want you to experience a life and death experience. It will be helpful for your cultivation. Right now, you only know how to cultivate without any combat experience. It won't be of any help to you in the future. Seeing Lin Tian's question, Lin Rei smiled and said the question in Lin Rei's heart. This made Lin Tian very happy. Really, young master? This time you really want to take me out to cultivate? Hearing Lin Rei's words, Lin Tian became excited. Because he was too excited, he lost control of his cultivation and directly released it. Haha, really? Didn't I promise you before? Taking advantage of this time, I will take you to a secret area to cultivate. Seeing the look on Lin Tian's face, Linley chuckled, but didn't say anything. All right, go back and prepare. This time, our training will be very long. After saying that, Lin Rei directly walked back to his courtyard. At this moment, in a palace of the Danzong sect, a young man was sitting in the middle and talking to a middle-aged man. This time, I want to go to the secret area in the Lingtian forbidden area to cultivate. Don't even think about stopping me. Also, don't tell me that this is my father's idea. This time, even my father can't stop me. When the middle-aged man heard the young master's words, he was speechless. It was as if the young man had hit the nail on the head. If Lin Rei was here, he would definitely recognize this person. This was the person that Lin Rei hated the most, Lei Dong. After not seeing him for a month, Lei Dong's aura had increased by a lot. Young master, you really can't go this time. This time, all the young geniuses of the sects have gathered in the Lingtian Forbidden Area. Even those super sects and clans that have not shown themselves for a long time have made a move. According to reliable sources, even the young master of that clan has come out. When he heard the middle-aged man's words, Lei Dong's eyes were filled with disbelief. However, he quickly calmed down. Isn't that even more interesting? I have long heard that the people of that clan are born to fight. This time, I want to see how terrifying their clan is. I want to see if they are as terrifying as the rumors say. As he said that, a crazy look flashed across Lei Dong's eyes. However, it was more of excitement. This scene made the middle-aged man in front of him feel like he was hallucinating. Young master, are you mistaken? That clan is extremely terrifying. Are you sure you want to go? The middle-aged man said with uncertainty. However, he quickly became certain because he felt the resolute look in Lei Dong's eyes. All right, don't worry about it this time. Go back and tell my father that no matter what, I will go this time. Yes, young master. I will pass on your words to the clan leader. If there is nothing else, I will take my leave. After hearing Lei Dong's words, the middle-aged man quickly agreed. He bowed to Lei Dong and left. This time, I don't believe that guy won't be tempted. As he said that, a mysterious look appeared in Lei Dong's eyes. He then closed his eyes and started to cultivate, waiting for the secret realm to open. In the main hall of the Danzong sect, all the elders were present. Apart from them, there were also some young disciples standing there respectfully. Yes, I believe that all of you are elites carefully selected by the elders. Therefore, I have high expectations for all of you this time. I hope that all of you will not disappoint me. Dan Yunzi, who was sitting on the seat of the sect master, looked at the disciples below him. A gratified look flashed across his eyes. Yes, we will definitely not disappoint the sect master. Hearing Dan Yunzi's words, all the disciples were excited. They immediately promised Dan Yunzi. Good. I am gratified that all of you are so determined. However, this time, all of you must be careful. Do not let your guard down. This time, not only the sects of the Western region will be here, even the disciples of the Central Continent will be here. Therefore, all of you must keep a low profile. Do you understand? Yes, we will follow the Great Elder's instructions. We will not be too rash. Hearing the Great Elder's words, all the disciples knelt on the ground and said to the Great Elder, "This time, there will not be an elder leading the team. As for who will be leading the team, all of you do not need to know now. You will know when the time comes. However, I will give all of you a warning. The person leading the team this time, do not act recklessly. No matter what he says, all of you must obey unconditionally. Even if he asks you to die, all of you must obey. Do you hear me?" Looking at the disciples on the ground, Dan Yunzi, who was sitting in the middle, warned them. Hearing this news, all the disciples were stunned for a moment. They didn't expect that their sect master would say such words to them. What they couldn't understand was who was leading the team this time, and why even their sect master would say such words. Moreover, when they looked at their sect master, they seemed to be very respectful to that person. What's wrong? Do you have any doubts about what I said? Looking at the expressions of his disciples, Dan Yunzi's face immediately changed. No, all right, I don't care if you agree or not. As long as you don't agree, your names will be completely removed from the list of disciples of the Danzong sect. However, I hope that your names will remain in the list of disciples. Dan Yunzi's words once again made the disciples tremble. All of them revealed a look of fear. Yes, we will definitely obey the orders of the person leading the team this time. All the disciples who were going to the secret territory quickly agreed. They did not want their names to be removed from the list of disciples of the Danzong sect. And that's right. All right, you can leave now. For your brave performance this time, I will give each of you 3 magical techniques. As for whether you can learn them or not, it's up to you. This matter will be handed over to the third elder. Hearing Dan Yunzi's words, all the disciples came out from the previous atmosphere. Especially when they heard Dan Yunzi's reward, they were extremely happy. Yes, Sect Master. I will take them to the library to choose the magical techniques. Hearing Dan Yunzi's words, the third elder quickly stood up and bowed to Dan Yunzi. Then he led the disciples outside. All right, you guys can leave now. We don't know how many months they'll be gone this time. Prepare some medicinal pills for them, such as healing pills, detoxification pills, recovery pills, etc. Prepare more of them, understand? Yes, we will definitely complete the task. Hearing Dan Yunzi's words, all the elders said a few words to Dan Yunzi and then retreated. At this time, Lin Rei, who had returned to the courtyard, went to his room, lay on the bed, and fell into a deep sleep. Tianyun, I heard that the young master is back. Do you think we should report the situation of these children to the young master? In a small courtyard not far from Lin Rei, Ming and Tianyun heard that Lin Rei had come out, so they gathered together to discuss. Well, I think we should report it. By the way, we should tell the young master about the cultivation of more than 100 children. Well, that's right. Let's go. After saying that, Ming and Tianyun walked towards the small courtyard where Lin Rei was. Dong dong dong. A series of knocks came. At this time, Lin Rei, who was sleeping, was awakened by the knocks on the door. Suddenly, a wave of anger came over him. Lin Rei, who had not slept for a long time, finally fell asleep, but he was woken up before he could sleep for a while. Get in here. Angry words came out of Lin Rei's mouth. For a moment, Ming and Tianyun, who were outside the door, were stunned when they heard Lin Rei's words. Tianyun, why do I feel that the young master's mood is not very good? And it seems to be because of us. Oh, I think so too. The two were stunned for a moment, then immediately walked into the room. At this time, the two of them felt as if they had eaten a fly. Young master?
I'm sorry.
We didn't mean to disturb you. Chapter 80. Speak. What's the matter? Looking at his two subordinates, his original arrogance was reduced by a lot. Young master, it's like this. When you were in seclusion, didn't you let us take over a group of disciples brought back by the great elder? After our inspection, we found out that there are more than 20 people with high-grade aptitude, and the rest are middle grade. None of them have low-grade aptitude. Moreover, in this half a month, we have cleansed all of their bones and marrow. Their current cultivation speed can be said to be incomparable to before. Hearing the report from his subordinates, Lin Rei wasn't too surprised. It was as if the matter they were talking about was already under control. This made the two men, who were originally flattering him, feel awkward for a while. Well, I'm relieved to leave this matter to you. Then, I'll have to trouble you to take care of them. You must train them well. If they lack any cultivation resources, go to Dan Yunzi.
I've already talked to him.
Hearing the instructions of their young master, the two men quickly bowed and nodded. A look of joy floated in their eyes, but it was quickly covered up by determination.
Yes.
Young master, we will definitely complete the task given by you. If there's nothing else, we will take our leave first. Well, I'm going out for a period of time. You can do what you want to do next. It's all up to you. Okay, you can go. Hearing the two men's words, Lin Rei responded and told them that he was going out.
Okay.
In this way, the two men left the room, leaving Lin Rei alone. His eyes looked meaningfully into the distance, then he closed his eyes and fell asleep again. At this time, the Danzong sect is peaceful, but the whole West is different. After coming out of the secret territory, there are people coming to the West from time to time. Slowly, The West, which was originally sparsely populated, began to become more and more populated. With more people, there will be no lack of deaths. Within a few days after coming out of the secret territory, many people died unnatural deaths. Hey, look, what's that? It looks like a flood dragon pulling a carriage. At this time, in a small town in the West, 3 ferocious beasts that looked like flood dragons were pulling a dazzling carriage. Moreover, there were a few female attendants at the side. It looked very magnificent. Which one of them wasn't someone who could be found immediately after entering the crowd? You're right this time. It's really a 3-headed flood dragon. Looking at its cultivation, it should be at the gold core stage. I really don't know which big clan or sect he is from. He's so ostentatious. He even brought so many beauties with him when he went out. It's really... You can't say that. Now that the secret ground is out, it doesn't matter which sect it is. They're all trying to get a piece of it. Over the past few days, the Lingtian Forbidden Area has been flooded with so many people that it's almost full. When I came in from the outside, it was already here. Some people were already preparing to sleep outside. Heiss, I think this time around, we're really not fated to be here. After seeing the 3-headed flood dragon carriage, these people had the intention to retreat in their eyes. A bunch of barbarians who have never seen the world. I really can't imagine that the West is so poor that they're so excited to see a flood dragon for a few days. At this time, the young man, who was sitting in the 3-dragon carriage, had a look of disdain on his face when he heard the people's words. His words were full of sarcasm. His tone was not very loud, but it was indeed full of spirit. His voice instantly spread to the ears of the entire town. For a time, everyone was angry. I say, boy, are you tired of living? How dare you boast so shamelessly in the West? Didn't your parents teach you manners? Also, what barbarian? Are you saying that if you're not from your place, then you're a barbarian? At this time, a native of the West couldn't listen to it anymore. He immediately walked up and shouted angrily at the carriage. At this time, as soon as the Western man finished speaking, a cold snort came from the carriage and instantly reached the man's ears. It was as if a heavy hammer had hit his heart. Suddenly, his whole body went limp and blood flowed out of his 7 orifices. If one looked carefully, they could see that there were some minced meat in the blood. What? This scene frightened some of the people who were about to come up. For a moment, their faces were very ugly. They didn't know whether they should go up or not. If they didn't go up, they would lose the face of the West. If they went up, they would die. This put them in a dilemma. What? Do you want to die with this person? If so, I can immediately send you to meet him. At this time, the voice of the person in the carriage was heard again. However, this time, the voice was not as strong as before. Instead, there was an additional warning, and the voice was a little different. Oh, okay. We'll take our leave now. Hearing the words of the person in the carriage, the few people who were about to go up and fight to the death quickly said goodbye. In an instant, the few people disappeared in front of everyone's eyes. The speed was faster than the speed at which they came. A group of cowards. I really don't know why brother let them go. At this time, 2 young men who looked very similar sat face to face in the carriage. One of the young men complained to the other. Although there was some complaint in his tone, it was indeed full of respect. Sigh, brother. Sigh, little brother. What you said just now is wrong. After all, this is the Western region. We came here for the secret realm, not to kill people. What you said will bring unnecessary trouble to our operation this time. Moreover, before we came here, didn't Father tell us that when we go out and cause trouble, we should try our best to make some helpful friends? Look at you, you just came here to kill people. If you do this again, I will go back and tell Father. Listening to his brother's reprimand, the younger brother sat there with a face full of embarrassment and obediently listened. He was not at all similar to the person who killed people just now. Oh, I know.
Just this time.
Brother, you must not tell Father. If Father knows, then it will be even more difficult for me to go out in the future. Looking at the pleading expression of his younger brother, The man smiled, stretched out his hand, and pinched his younger brother's nose and said, "Okay, this time I will let you go, but you have to be obedient. Don't mess around. The outside of Lingtian Forbidden Area is not easy. Those sects of the central continent have come. It is said that even Shao of Kenzai has come, so don't lower your guard." "And I know, brother." Hearing his elder brother's words, as the younger brother, he naturally knew the seriousness of the matter. After saying that, the B***TCH fell silent. Soon, the car stopped in front of an inn. The B***TCH got out of the car and walked towards the inn. Things like this had happened a lot. The majority of people would solve this kind of matter in this way, because everyone didn't want to expose their own means before entering the secret territory, so everyone would choose to keep the peace.
Thud, thud, thud.
A series of knocks could be heard. This came from outside Linley's residence in the inner sect of the Pill Sect. A group of elders stared anxiously at the shut door. "AI, young master is really thoughtful. What kind of time is it now? He can still sleep." At this time, an elder stood up, looked at the door with an anxious expression, then said to Dan Yunzi. There was a little bit of complaint in his tone. "Shh. Fifth elder, don't say this again. If young master hears this, then you are finished. At that time, don't blame me for not reminding you." When Dan Yunzi heard his junior brother's words, he hurriedly warned him cautiously.
Yeah.
At this time, the elders who were about to say something heard the sound of the door opening. They quickly turned their heads and saw a sleepy Lin Ray walking out of the room. He was rubbing his eyes with one hand and yawning while looking at everyone with a puzzled expression.
Huh?
"What's the matter? Why do you have to say it now?" I finally fell asleep. Seeing Lin Ray's appearance, everyone was defeated by Lin Ray's appearance. However, they couldn't say anything, so they didn't say anything. At this time, the head of the Danzong sect, Dan Yunzi, stood up and said respectfully to Lin Ray, "Young master, now that all the sects have gathered outside the Lingtian Forbidden Area, shouldn't our sect also set off? Otherwise, you want to say that if we don't, all the good things will be snatched by them, and we won't get anything, right?" Hearing Dan Yunzi's unfinished words, Lin Ray knew what to say next, so he said what Dan Yunzi didn't dare to say. Young master. Okay, I got it. You guys go and bring the disciples who are going this time to the sect gate. Wait for me for a while, I will be there soon." Hearing Lin Ray's words, Dan Yunzi and the others were immediately happy. This was the result they wanted. After saying that, they left. Lin Ray saw this scene and smiled without saying anything. Turning around, Lin Ray went to the room to tidy up and walked out of the door. He called Lin Tian, who he was going to bring this time, and came to the gate. "Damn, it can't be. They can't be going to the secret realm this time, right?" At this time, the disciples who were waiting at the gate immediately thought of the problem when they saw Lin Ray and Dan Yunzi. Sigh, who knows? Who cares about them? Isn't it the same whoever goes? Don't say any more, he is your leader this time. You have to listen to all his orders. If you don't obey, humph, you will naturally know the consequences. Hearing the sect master's words, everyone who was going to the secret realm this time was stunned. They couldn't help but stare blankly at Lin Ray and Dan Yunzi. "Well, I know you guys don't want to believe that I am the one leading you this time, but I just want to tell you that although I am the leader this time, I will not care about you guys. Unless you are in a life and death situation, I will not intervene." When Lin Ray came to the front and saw their expressions, he knew that they must have doubts about his age. So he changed his words to these people and then walked away. Chapter 81. You guys should hurry up and follow him. Remember to listen to Lin Ray when you get there. Otherwise, you won't even know how you'll die. Seeing that Lin Ray didn't say anything else and directly wanted to leave, Dan Yunzi hurriedly ordered his disciples to follow him and warned him again. Just like that, the group of people set foot on the road to Lingtian Forbidden Zone. At the same time, in another part of the Danzong sect, there was also a group of fully armed people heading towards Lin Ray's direction. Time passed by very quickly, like a white steed passing through a crack in the sky. Linley's group walked for a few days before arriving at the small town outside the Lingtian Forbidden Zone. However, because there were no houses available, they went directly to the small town and camped out in the forest.
Boom, boom.
This was Lingtian Forbidden Zone. A deafening sound, accompanied by the feeling of the earth shaking, spread out from the cloud pagoda. At the same time, dense spiritual energy swept out in all directions. What's going on? Could it be? Could it be that the cloud pagoda is about to open? In a small town outside Lingtian Forbidden Zone, all the people who were cultivating or sleeping woke up when they heard the commotion in Lingtian Forbidden Zone. They ran out of their rooms in confusion to see what was going on.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
A series of sky-piercing sounds came from above the small town. People could be seen riding on flying swords as they rushed towards Lingtian Forbidden Zone. Gradually, more and more people rushed towards Lingtian Forbidden Zone. However, at this moment, a strange phenomenon appeared.
Ah, ah, ah.
How can this be? How can this be? I can't accept this. At this moment, some people who rushed to Lingtian Forbidden Zone ahead of time were blocked by an unknown layer of something and were shredded to pieces. In an instant, the entire area outside Lingtian Forbidden Zone was filled with minced flesh and blood. This scene was like purgatory on Earth. Hiss! Seeing this scene, everyone's expression changed. Everyone revealed fear. Moreover, some people who hadn't experienced this before all vomited. Even some people who killed without batting an eyelid felt a little nauseous. Young master, what exactly is going on? Why are there so many people dying here? Blurg, blurg. At this time, the sound of vomiting came from behind. Lin Rei looked back and saw that all the female disciples were vomiting while leaning against a tree. All of you, go and find some water for them to drink. Then, give them these medicinal pills to alleviate their situation. In any case, all of you are immortal cultivators, yet you can't even endure this much. After saying that, Lin Rei took out the medicinal pills that he had refined during his seclusion in the Sect from his storage ring. At this time, it was just in time to use them. Looking at this group of disciples, Lin Rei couldn't help but shake his head and walk away. Young master, what's going on? Why were they killed the moment they arrived here? At this time, Lin Tian walked up to Lin Rei with a pale face and said with a trembling voice. If one looked carefully, one would be able to see that Lin Tian's body was slightly trembling.
Yes.
If my group chat isn't wrong, the loud noise from before should be a restriction from the mystic realm. It should be to prevent cultivators from flying. However, those cultivators didn't know about it, so it ended up like this. Linley turned his head to look at Lin Tian, who had come with him. Linley chuckled, then told Lin Tian what he was thinking.
What?
Hearing Lin Rei's words, Lin Tian's forehead was covered in cold sweat. His eyes were filled with fear. What's wrong? You're scared already? Just wait and see. This time, the number of people who died should be in the minority. Haha, looking at Lin Tian's appearance, Lin Rei smiled and said to be careful in the future. No, young master, I'm not scared. Although he said this, one could hear that Lin Tian was very afraid. After all, this was the first time Lin Tian saw people die, and on such a large scale. It was already very good that he didn't vomit. Alright, you should go and rest as well. I'm going to take a look. These pills are for you. Take them with you when you enter the Lingtian Forbidden Zone tomorrow. Remember, you have to ensure your own safety first. Don't think about playing and training, alright? As he spoke, Lin Rei took out some pills from his storage ring and gave them to Lin Tian. Then, he walked towards the Lingtian Forbidden Zone. Young master, Alright, this matter is settled. Remember what I said, you must ensure your own safety. I'm leaving. Looking at Lin Tian's appearance, Lin Rei knew what Lin Tian was thinking. In an instant, Lin Rei rejected Lin Tian's words and walked away. Looking at Lin Rei's back, Lin Tian's eyes revealed a look of worry. Only when Lin Rei's back disappeared did Lin Tian retract his gaze and walk back to the camp to inform the group of disciples he brought. At this moment, Linley had arrived at the edge of the Ling Tian Forbidden Zone. Looking at the entrance, Linley couldn't help but break out in cold sweat. At this moment, all the pores on Linley's body had opened up. His body couldn't help but pause for a moment. However, there wasn't a trace of fear in his eyes. Instead, there was a look of endless excitement and desire. Hee, looks like I'll have to risk my life again. As he spoke, Lin Rei took a step forward and walked into the Ling Tian Forbidden Zone. Who said you're going to risk your life alone? Don't you still have me following you? Don't even think about getting rid of me. At this moment, just as Lin Rei walked into the Ling Tian Forbidden Zone, a person suddenly appeared where Lin Rei was originally standing. He revealed an expression that said, "You can't run even if you want to," as he looked at Lin Rei's back. At this moment, what Lin Rei didn't know was that someone had been following him for the past few days and had never left. Of course, this included the future. This person was none other than the talkative Lei Dong, the person who constantly talked about Lin Rei's brother. At this moment, Linley and Lei Dong were not the only ones who had entered the Ling Tian Forbidden Zone. Not long after Linley and Lei Dong entered, there were people who began to walk into the Ling Tian Forbidden Zone on foot. Even those pampered young masters were extremely obedient when they saw what had just happened. "Young master, do you think there'll be any problems if we really go in? Why don't we wait for the main group to arrive before we enter? This way, we'll have some protection for our lives." This was a young master wearing a luxurious robe. His face was covered with a layer of white gauze as he stood there. Beside him was a servant who looked like a woman. Furthermore, his voice sounded like a woman. If one didn't look at him and only heard his voice, one would probably mistake him for a woman. How many times have you said it? Can't you find it? Didn't I say that it's fine if you're afraid of death? Anyway, don't we have a communication device? Let's do as I said. You wait outside for the main group. I'll go in and scout the situation first. When the main group arrives, you can contact me. As he spoke, the young man dressed in luxurious clothes rushed towards the Ling Tian Forbidden Region. He was so fast that his followers did not even have time to react before he disappeared. When his followers saw this, they wanted to follow him. However, in the end, they were unable to make a decision. Just like that, they stayed where they were and waited for the arrival of the large group of people. At this moment, Lin Rei, who had already entered the Ling Tian Forbidden Zone, had already gotten himself into trouble. Originally, Lin Rei could have easily entered the Ling Tian Forbidden Zone. However, he met the demonic cloud wolves that like to live in packs. This gave Lin Rei a huge headache. Roar! Seeing that a human had intruded into their territory, the demonic cloud wolves were unhappy. Slowly, all of them stood up and looked at Lin Rei with murderous gazes. Some foul-smelling liquid came out of their mouths, and their fangs were exposed. A bunch of beasts. Do you think I'm afraid of you? As he spoke, Lin Rei summoned his invincible godly spear from the system and put on all of his defensive equipment. Suddenly, Lin Rei's body shone brightly. His robe fluttered even though there was no wind. He looked like a god of war from the ninth heaven. Roar! The demonic cloud wolves seemed to have been provoked, and all of them charged towards Linley. You're courting death. Take my invincible godly spear. Seeing the actions of the demonic cloud wolves, Lin Rei didn't waste any time. The moment the demonic cloud wolves were about to rush over, Lin Rei released his cultivation. A powerful aura swept towards the demonic cloud wolves.
Bang!
Lin Rei's invincible godly spear directly penetrated the demonic cloud wolves. Seeing this result, Lin Rei's blood seemed to have been stimulated. He pulled the spear out of the demonic cloud wolf's body and rushed towards the other demonic cloud wolves. Bam! 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 Roar! Suddenly, the whole forest was filled with Lin Rei's invincible godly spear and the miserable cries of the demonic cloud wolves. The more demonic cloud wolves he killed, the more demonic cloud wolves there were. A 6-meter-long demonic wolf appeared in Lin Rei's field of vision. However, this demonic cloud wolf was different from the other demonic cloud wolves. This demonic cloud wolf's fur was maroon and looked incomparably demonic. Moreover, Lin Rei could feel that the aura of this demonic cloud wolf was not inferior to his own. It seems that this is the leader of this pack of wolves. I have to think of a way to kill this demonic cloud wolf. Otherwise, I can't just keep killing like this. After saying that, Lin Rei decisively gave up on killing the demonic cloud wolves. He directly rushed towards the demonic cloud wolf in the distance. The demonic cloud wolves passing by would all die when they came into contact with the invincible godly spear. Soon, Lin Rei arrived in front of the demonic cloud wolf. Humph, die for me. After saying that, Lin Rei rushed towards the demonic cloud wolf and thrust his spear directly at the demonic cloud wolf's body.
Poochie.
When the spear came into contact with the demonic cloud wolf's body, it directly pierced through its fur and into its body. Ayo, ayo. The demonic cloud wolf's roar was accompanied by the resistance of the demonic cloud wolf's front hooves towards Lin Rei. The demonic cloud wolf's movements were very fast. In an instant, it arrived in front of Lin Rei, but Lin Rei blocked it with his spear. With a bang sound, Lin Lei's body was sent flying 3 meters away. Humph, again. In an instant, Lin Rei rushed towards the demonic cloud wolf again. Just like that, they fought for a long time. In the end, Lin Rei didn't want to play anymore. We've played enough. I have to thank you for accumulating combat experience for me, so I won't let you die too painfully. After saying that, Lin Rei teleported directly to the demonic cloud wolf's head. Holding the invincible godly spear, he directly pierced through the demonic cloud wolf's head. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for killing the demonic cloud wolf. Reward, 300,000 experience points, demonic cloud wolf dagger, low-grade artifact. After killing the demonic cloud wolf, Lin Rei put away the invincible godly spear and heard the system prompt. Suddenly, Lin Rei smiled. Hee, I didn't expect that killing a demonic cloud wolf would also give me such a good equipment. It seems that I have to work harder in the future. Thinking of this, Lin Lei quickly ran off into the distance. He didn't want to stay here any longer. The shockwaves from the battle just now had most likely attracted the attention of the surrounding people. He didn't want to appear in front of them at a time like this. Chapter 82. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Not long after Lin Lei had left, the sound of something tearing through the air could be heard. Several figures were flying at high speed towards the location where Lin Lei had killed the alpha wolf. Their speed was so fast that if these people were to be compared to the people sent by the Pill Sect, they would pale in comparison. There was no comparison at all. In just a few breaths of time, the few figures had already arrived at the place where Lin Rei left. Looking at the dead wolf and the corpses of the demonic cloud wolves that were killed by Lin Rei, the people here couldn't help but tremble. Perhaps no one noticed this detail. Hiss, these demonic cloud wolves were all killed in one hit. Moreover, it seems like they were all killed by one person. Yes, there are about 100 corpses here. So many demonic cloud wolves were killed by one person. It seems like the people from the Lingtian Forbidden Zone, this time, aren't ordinary people. Looking at the corpses of the demonic cloud wolves, the few people standing here all revealed a serious expression. Perhaps they were worried about having such a terrifying opponent. Quickly come and take a look. Is this wolf the leader of the demonic cloud wolves? At this time, a young man beside the wolf looked at the corpses of the wolf and said to the others in disbelief, "What?" The few people were stunned for a moment and hurriedly came to the side of the young man who spoke. As the young man spoke, he pointed at the wolf lying on the ground. Immediately, everyone was stunned, and their eyes were filled with disbelief. How is it? This should be the leader of the wolf, right? However, this wolf has brown-red fur. It's really unbelievable. Hearing the young man's words, everyone looked at the wolf again. Looking at the brown-red wolf, a word appeared in everyone's mind. Beast transformation. Yes, this wolf's strength should be at the lower stage of Anidia. However, With the addition of its beast transformation, it should be at the peak stage of Enidia. Someone was able to kill the wolf while being surrounded by hundreds of demonic cloud wolves. It seems like this person's strength should be at the lower or middle stage of Gold Core. Yes, that's right. Hearing the young man's prediction, everyone nodded in response, their eyes full of admiration. Hee, no matter what, it seems that I really have an opponent this time. It should be a very good thing to be able to fight with such a person. One of the young men who had been silent all this time revealed an expectant expression after hearing the man's words. It was as if he really wanted to meet the person who killed the alpha wolf. Upon hearing the young man's words, everyone revealed awkward smiles and didn't know what to say in an instant. Oh, they're all here. At this moment, a shifty-eyed man walked out from the woods on one side. He had a mocking expression on his face, and his face was very pale. If one did not see him walking, one would think that he was already dead. Why are you here? Seeing that person's arrival, everyone showed a disgusted expression, as if they didn't want to see him. Feng Zhouzi, you're wrong. If you can come, then why can't the demon cloud? A villain intoxicated by success. Looking at the demon cloud, Feng Zhouzi revealed a contemptuous expression and said to the demon cloud, "You corpse cult people didn't come here to get some corpses to refine corpse puppets, right? Oh, so what? I'm still waiting for you to die so that I can refine you into a corpse puppet. That's even better, don't you think so?" Hearing Feng Zhouzi's words, the demon cloud revealed a provocative look and said to Feng Zhouzi, "You, whoosh." Seeing that he couldn't win against the demon cloud, he didn't even bother to talk to him and immediately flew away on his flying sword. The people who came with Feng Zhouzi saw him leave and also chased after him. Seeing this scene, the demon cloud couldn't help but reveal a sinister smile. After several people left, the demon cloud came to the corpse of the alpha wolf. Looking at the corpse of the alpha wolf, the demon cloud's eyes revealed a dignified look, but at the same time, there was also a trace of excitement hidden in the dignified look. Interesting, this is really interesting. It seems that no one came this time. I want to see who killed the alpha wolf. After saying this, the demon cloud put away the alpha wolf's corpse and flew away on his flying sword. Lin Rei certainly didn't know about the scene that happened here. He never thought that because he killed the alpha wolf, so many things would happen. In the past few days, demon beasts continued to die in the Lingtian Forbidden Area. Moreover, the way they died was very similar to the alpha wolves. This incident made the people in the Lingtian Forbidden Area suspicious. In the past few days, whenever Lin Rei encountered a demon beast, no matter what grade it was, as long as it was a demon beast, no matter what grade it was, as long as it was a demon beast, no matter how weak it was, he would directly shoot it with his spear. In the past few days, Lin Rei had been constantly killing demon beasts to accumulate experience so that he could break through to the middle stage of Enidia. After a few days of hard work, Lin Rei's cultivation continued to grow. Moreover, every time he encountered a powerful demon beast, it would drop some useful or useless equipment. For example, storage rings. Lin Rei now had so many that he didn't even want them anymore. As for Lei Dong, who had been following behind Lin Li, he had been following from a distance. He didn't want Lin Li to discover him. After following Lin Li for a few days, Lei Dong had basically figured out Lin Li's habits. Every day, aside from killing, all he did was kill, 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 kill. This made Lei Dong somewhat suspicious as to why Lin Li was killing so many monstrous beasts. On this day, in a place in the Ling Tian Forbidden Zone, a man was wearing luxurious equipment. He was holding a long spear with dragon engravings. He was waving the spear at a golden lion. The long spear seemed to be alive in the man's hands. It was extremely agile. This is a golden core stage big boss. If you can kill it, then the things it drops will be much better than the trash you dropped before. Boy, continue to work hard. Hearing this, Lin Rei's eyes flashed. He couldn't help but mutter, "Of course I know. But why don't you think about it? This is a golden core stage demon beast. What about me? I'm only in the fasting realm. There's a big gap between us. Pung, pung, pung. While speaking, Lin Rei's martial emperor divine spear was also constantly fighting. The long spear was like his own arm, incomparably agile. The long spear directly pierced through the front paw of the golden lion. Roar, roar! An angry roar came from the golden lion's mouth. Immediately, its large eyes became bloodshot. The lion's fur began to change color, slowly turning from gold to red. When this scene appeared, Lin Rei immediately knew what was going on. However, this time, Lin Rei was really anxious. He couldn't let this lion change color. Otherwise, the one to die today would not be the lion, but him. If you want to turn into a beast, then you have to see if I agree or not. After saying that, Lin Rei waved his long spear. Fire dragon burns the prairie. With an angry roar, the black dragon engraved on the body of the long spear seemed to come alive and detached itself from the long spear. It turned into a red dragon and rushed towards the berserk golden lion with a fiery flame. Awoo! With a dragon roar, the dragon rushed towards the lion. The berserk lion seemed to be provoked and also rushed towards the fire dragon.
Pung.
With a loud sound, the fire dragon turned into a ball of fire in an instant, wrapped around the golden lion, and began to burn. Awoo, awoo! A painful roar came from the golden lion's mouth. A pair of eyes full of hatred stared at Jin Lei, not giving up for even a moment. Lin Rei saw endless hatred in those eyes, but Lin Rei was not afraid. The winner takes all. This is the law of this world. The weak are prey to the strong. If you are not strong enough, then don't blame others for killing you. That only shows that you are not strong enough. This is the power of the world, so you can go in peace. After saying that, the illusory spirit blood fire in Lin Rei's palm turned into a fire arrow and shot towards the golden lion.
Poof.
The illusory spirit blood fire turned into a fire arrow and directly pierced through the golden lion's body. In an instant, the fragrance of meat spread out, and the golden lion's body returned to its original state. There was no longer any vitality in its body. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for the first kill of a Golden Core Stage Demon Beast. The reward is 1 million experience points, Ling Tian Treasure Armor, Top Grade Treasured Weapon, Ling Tian Sword, Top Grade Treasured Weapon, Ling Tian Sword Art, Middle Grade Heaven Level Sword Art. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for the first kill of a Golden Core Stage Demon Beast. The reward is 50 kilograms of heaven-level sand, 5 random lottery tickets, 10,000 exchange points, and unlocking the exchange mall. How is it? Is the equipment dropped by a gold-ranked demon beast relatively better? After the system finished announcing the rewards, the little dragon appeared and showed off to Lin Rei, as if it was saying, "Hurry up and praise me. It's okay. It's just this little." Hearing Lin Rei's words, the little dragon looked at Lin Rei with disdain and curled its lips. Okay, I admit that the rewards this time are not bad. Seeing the little dragon's appearance, Lin Rei couldn't help but feel guilty. He immediately changed the topic and asked the little dragon, "Little dragon, do you know when we will be able to leave the Ling Tian Forbidden Area and reach the Cloud Pagoda's secret realm?" Soon. Just a day's journey, and we should be there. But don't blame me for not reminding you. In these few days, you should hurry up and find a place to increase your cultivation. It just so happens that your cultivation experience points have been maxed out. Although there is only a day's journey ahead, it is indeed the most difficult part of the journey. Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei became silent, and his face couldn't help but reveal a serious expression. Chapter 83. Yes, you're right. It's a heaven's secret realm this time. The people who come must be very strong. If I don't quickly raise my cultivation, I'm afraid it will be difficult to survive in this secret realm. Yes, then hurry up and find a secret place to raise your strength. After saying that, the little dragon disappeared. After listening to the little dragon's suggestion, Lin Rei wanted to move forward. He opened his divine sense and instantly, Everything within a 5-kilometer radius appeared clearly in Lin Ray's vision. Who is it? Just as Linley had found a good place and was about to go in and train, suddenly, within a radius of 5 kilometers, he saw a figure hurrying towards him at high speed. How dare you be so insolent? After saying that, Lin Ray took out the invincible spear and stood at the entrance of the cave, waiting for the figure to arrive. Hey, Brother Lin, don't attack. I'm Lei Dong. The figure drew closer and closer. At this moment, the figure called out to Linley, his voice filled with a sense of familiarity. Closer and closer, closer and closer. Finally, the figure entered Linley's line of sight.
Why is it you?
What's the matter? Are you happy to see me? When Lei Dong heard Lin Ray's words, his eyes were filled with resentment as if Lin Ray had done something wrong to him. Why are you here? Lin Ray's tone was filled with disbelief, as if he was extremely unwilling to see Lei Dong. Damn, Lin Ray, you can't be serious. I came to look for you with good intentions, but what about you? You actually showed such an expression. How can you face me like this? Are you worthy of me? After saying that, Lin Ray immediately regretted it. After Lei Dong heard Lin Ray's words, he was instantly agitated. On the other hand, Lin Ray was completely speechless. All right, I forgive you. But this time, you won't be able to drive me away no matter what you say. I'll follow you this time.
What?
You've forgiven me? Lin Ray didn't know what to say after hearing Lei Dong's words. He tried to defend himself. No, I didn't say anything and you've already forgiven me. What the **CK is going on? Ew. All right, let's not talk about it anymore. This time, I'm here on my father's orders. Since I've bumped into you here, let's team up. In any case, we know each other and are from the same sect. What do you say? Hearing Lei Dong say this, Lin Ray didn't have the nerve to say anything more. Instead, he turned to Lei Dong and said, All right, since you've already said this, then help me stand guard. I need to quickly break through to mid-stage fasting. Once I break through, we'll enter the Cloud Pagoda's secret realm. After speaking, Linley didn't wait for Lei Dong to say anything. He directly walked into the depths of the cave, while Lei Dong obediently sat at the entrance. His eyes vigilantly scanned the surroundings, in case something unexpected happened. It's time to break through, Lin Ray said, sitting cross-legged on the ground and meditating. In an instant, the spiritual energy in the surroundings gathered around Lin Ray as though they were being extracted. Come on, I'm afraid that your spiritual energy isn't enough for me to devour. Devour? A terrifying devouring power leaked out from Lin Ray's body, and the spiritual energy that came into contact with Lin Ray's body was instantly devoured by him. Just like this situation lasted for a few hours, and finally, the devouring power disappeared. At this moment, Lin Ray's forehead was covered in sweat, and his complexion turned pale. And what's going on? Why did the spiritual energy suddenly disperse? 2.5 kilometers away from Linley, the young man and the gorgeously dressed man suddenly grew suspicious. Originally, this young man had been on his way to the Cloud Tower, but as he passed by, he suddenly sensed that there was something strange about the spiritual energy in the air. He wanted to investigate what was going on, but the strange phenomenon suddenly disappeared. The young man was very puzzled. Let's take a look first. Maybe some treasure is about to appear. With excitement in his heart, he stepped on the path to find the treasure. But what he didn't know was that the road to death wasn't close at all. At the entrance of a cave 5 li away, a young man's face was filled with envy and jealousy. He turned his head and looked into the depths of the cave, while muttering some words. This kid, how can he break through as if he's playing around? He simply doesn't take cultivation seriously. How good would it be if I could be like him? How long has it been? The last time I saw him, he was probably at the peak of Foundation establishment. Now he's about to break through to the mid-stage of Anidia. What a monster. I really don't know which idiot didn't clamp his butt tight enough to reveal such a thing. Although Lei Dong's face was filled with jealousy, his eyes were very clear. There wasn't a trace of jealousy. Lei Dong's words were naturally not heard by Lin Rei, who was sitting in the depths of the cave. If Lin Rei heard Lei Dong's words, he would probably go crazy. Soon, I'm about to break through. As long as I persevere through this, I can break through to the mid-stage. At that time, not to mention the mid-stage of Gold Core, I'll even have the strength to fight against the peak of late Gold Core. Lin Rei, who was in the midst of breaking through, was very excited, but his face didn't show the slightest bit of emotion. It was still the same expressionless face as before. Come, the final blow. I don't believe that I can't break through this time. At this time, Lin Rei looked at the middle stage barrier that was on the verge of breaking. His heart was very happy, so Lin Rei quickly mobilized the last of his remaining spirit chi and began to accumulate strength to prepare for the final blow to that layer of barrier. Come, the time to accept fate has come. Whether I succeed or not depends on this moment. Break for me. As he spoke, Lin Li gathered his spiritual energy and charged towards the barrier. It was extremely powerful, as if a lion that had been sleeping for a long time had been awakened at this moment, and it charged forward with all its might. Kacha, prung. A sound came from Lin Rei's body. Suddenly, the aura in Lin Rei's body began to rise. Slowly, the aura became higher and more fierce. Phew, I finally broke through. It seems that this time I have to wait for a long time to reach the next level. I just don't know how much experience points have reached this time. Originally, breaking through cultivation was a very good thing. But when he thought that he had broken through again, the experience points should have increased. So his mood instantly became bad. Ding dong, congratulations to Host for breaking through to the middle stage of Anidia. Under Host's disdainful efforts, Host has obtained such an achievement. It is really worthy of celebration. Therefore, the system has specially rewarded Host with a set of heaven-grade equipment, Void Set. Void Set is a set of low-grade immortal-grade equipment. However, this set of equipment has a limit. Host can only wear it after reaching the Unity stage. Moreover, this set of equipment can be changed into any appearance the host wants. Wow, this is too luxurious. I have only broken through to the middle stage of Anidia, and I am actually given a set of immortal-grade equipment. This is really don't be happy too early. Just when Lin Rei was happy and talking incoherently, the system's little dragon's voice came and said, "You have also seen the equipment introduction. This set of equipment can only be worn after reaching the Unity stage. Before that, it is just a set of scrap iron." You. Hearing the system's little dragon's words, Lin Rei was so angry that he almost vomited blood. His eyes were filled with disdain. Ding dong, congratulations to Host. Today, Host has reached the age of 15. The system has given a map of the Cloud Pagoda to congratulate Host for reaching the age of 15. Suddenly, the system's prompt, especially the reward, caused Lin Rei's unchanging face to reveal a trace of a smile. The map of the Cloud Pagoda's secret realm. I can really get whatever I want. Originally, I was worried about how to enter the Cloud Pagoda. I didn't expect the system to actually give me a map. As he spoke, Linley took out the map and began to carefully inspect it. Thanks to Linley's photographic memory, he was able to memorize everything on the map after just one more look, firmly engraving it into his mind. It's time to go. If I don't go now, I will fall behind. After saying that, Lin Rei wanted to go outside. When he reached the door, Lin Rei didn't say anything. He directly took out the 10,000 Laws sword and flew towards the Cloud Pagoda's secret realm. Lei Dong, who was sitting at the door, was jealous of Lin Rei. When he saw Lin Rei fly out, his face immediately became angry. He quickly raised his sword and followed after. Rumble, rumble. At this time, the cultivators who had already arrived at the Cloud Pagoda heard the loud sounds one after another. They immediately focused their attention on the barrier around the Cloud Pagoda. Brave cultivators, welcome to the trial grounds of my Cloud Pagoda. Let me introduce myself first. I am the guardian of this cloud pagoda, also known as the artifact spirit. My name is Samsara. This name was given by the master of this cloud pagoda. Of course, I also like it very much. This cloud pagoda is an immortal artifact used by the immortal world's Samsara Great Emperor. Later on, due to various reasons, the Samsara Great Emperor fell, and the cloud pagoda fell in this place. Before his death, he left all his inheritance in this cloud pagoda. He said that if someone can reach the 9th floor of the cloud pagoda, then that person will be the new master of this cloud pagoda, and also the inheritor of the Samsara Great Emperor.
Boom.
Everyone's mind went blank after hearing the artifact spirit's words. None of them could react. There was simply too much information today. The immortal world, Reincarnation Emperor, and the Cloud Pagoda before them were all things that they would never dare to imagine in their lifetime, let alone the legacies inside the pagoda. Today, all of these things were revealed to them all at the same time. Chapter 84. Ha ha ha. Unexpectedly, this cloud pagoda is actually an immortal artifact from the immortal plane. Not to mention, it also contains the legacy of Great Emperor Reincarnation. This is truly a treasure trove. Let alone a Sky-tier secret zone, it can even become an Emperor-tier secret zone. At this moment, a young man who looked a little anxious suddenly burst into laughter after hearing the words of the artifact spirit. The sudden laughter attracted the attention of everyone present. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just too excited. Everyone, please don't mind me. After saying that, the young man walked towards a place where no one could see him. However, at this time, a young man with eyes full of doubt asked in the end, "Senior, may I ask why the Reincarnation Emperor put the Cloud Pagoda in the lower realm to find an inheritor? Logically speaking, even a child born in the upper realm would be weaker than me. Why did he have to come to the lower realm?" Hearing this, the excited youths stopped their excitement. Their eyes were filled with doubt as they looked at the Cloud Tower's artifact spirit. Just as they were about to ask for an explanation, the Cloud Tower's artifact spirit suddenly stopped. Ignorant Junior, is the Reincarnation Emperor someone you can criticize? Why don't you take a look at your cultivation? The Reincarnation Emperor wants to save the races of the mysterious heavenly continent. Why are you being so rude here? Do you think the Reincarnation Emperor is blind? The Reincarnation Emperor's artifact spirit seemed to be angry. Although the artifact spirit's appearance couldn't be seen, judging from the artifact spirit's tone, it was without a doubt angry. Senior, you don't have to be like this. We just want to clarify. Moreover, this is really strange. Yes, it's true. Why didn't you stay in the upper realm? Why did you have to come to the lower realm? Who knows if this is true? Hearing this, the Reincarnation Emperor's artifact spirit couldn't take it anymore. In an instant, the spirit energy in the Cloud Pagoda shook and the surroundings of the Cloud Pagoda changed. Rumble, rumble. The sound spread to every corner of the Lingtian Forbidden Land. At this time, Lin Rei, who was rushing towards the Cloud Pagoda, became even more anxious after hearing this sound. He was afraid that the Cloud Pagoda's secret realm would open before he arrived. Xiaolong, do you think there's something like this in the system shop? Let's see if we can enter the Cloud secret realm before those people. That way, I'll be able to get what I want in the secret realm and complete the mission I accepted. After hearing Lin Rei's words, the little dragon was silent for a while. Lin Rei thought that the little dragon didn't hear him. Lin Rei was about to ask the little dragon, so he was about to ask. Xiaolong made a move. You only know how to take advantage of the situation. That thing you mentioned does exist, but it will consume your exchange points. And with your exchange points, you won't be able to get it unless you kill someone of a higher level than you. Are you sure you want to exchange for that thing? Hearing the little dragon's words, Xian Jia knew the answer. He was happy, and a smile that hadn't been seen for a long time appeared on his face. Okay, quickly tell me what it is. How many exchange points do I need? Also, do I have enough exchange points to exchange for that thing? Lin Rei asked a series of questions. The little dragon didn't care and said, "You asked so many questions. Which one should I answer first? Just answer according to the order I said. This way, there won't be any mistakes. And, okay? Hearing Linley's words, Xiaolong said to Linley again, that thing is called the realm-breaking teleportation tunnel. It is specially designed to feed secret realms. However, this kind of thing is already extinct in the cultivation world. Even Miss Ranjan is drooling over it. If the host wants to use exchange points to exchange for it, then you have to use all your exchange points. What? All of my exchange points? Hearing this news, Linley hesitated for a moment, then calmed down. After a while, Linley raised his head, his eyes filled with determination as he looked at Linley. Okay. Aya, who cares? Right now, the matter at hand is more important. Let's go to the Cloud Pagoda secret realm first. Thinking of this, Linley's heart relaxed. His expression became calm, and there was a hint of a smile in his tone as he said, All right, Xiaolong, hurry up and get me the crossing realm transfer tunnel. I'll go to the Cloud Pagoda as soon as possible and be the first to enter the Cloud Pagoda. After saying that, Lin Ray didn't say any more nonsense. He focused all of his attention on flying. According to Lin Ray's speed, he should be there in about an hour. CK, what did he eat? Why are you running so fast? Can you wait for me? Don't you know that my cultivation isn't as high as yours? At this moment, Lei Dong, who was chasing Lin Ray, could only watch in displeasure as Lin Ray pulled further and further away. However, he didn't have the strength to catch up and eventually gave up. Really? If I knew it was so hard to catch up, I wouldn't have come out alone. Really, at this moment, Lei Dong was filled with regret. He thought that following Lin Ray would lead a good life. But now, things had turned out like this. Forget it, I won't follow you anymore. You can do whatever you want. After saying that, Lei Dong slowed down his flying sword. At this moment, the Cloud Pagoda had become a place of trouble. After those people spoke disrespectfully to the reincarnation artifact spirit, all of them were punished to a certain extent. However, the ones who were punished the most were the ones who spoke the most disrespectful words. In an instant, 2 of them turned into blood mists. This was really, as the saying went, not even a speck of dust. Whoosh, seeing this scene, everyone was stunned. They didn't expect that the so-called reincarnation tool spirit could have such a powerful strength. Those 2 were experts at the peak of the gold core stage. Even if they had the cultivation of the nascent soul stage, they wouldn't dare to say that they could kill the gold core stage in one move, and in such a situation. Senior reincarnation. Aren't you going a bit too far? They just said something they shouldn't have. You don't have to kill them like this. Kill them. When Samsara heard this, he immediately became angry. His killing intent surged as he said, I don't care who they are, I don't care who they are. I'm the strongest here. If anyone dares to insult Samsara, Heavenly Emperor, then that person will be sentenced to death. If you give up on the Cloud Pagoda because of people who don't want to do it, then I have nothing to say. I can only feel sorry for you. Samsara Heavenly Emperor's voice was filled with killing intent as he said, I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. All right, the trial will open. If any of you don't want to go in, then leave. We won't allow anyone to take away their hatred. After saying that, the reincarnation artifact spirit's voice disappeared. After hearing the reincarnation artifact spirit's words, everyone present didn't leave. It was clear that they all wanted a spot to enter the Cloud Pagoda. Very good. Haha, very good. After 3 hours, the Cloud Pagoda will open. But I must remind you that there is only one spot for the Cloud Pagoda. You all need to work hard. It seemed like a casual sentence, but it made everyone vigilant. Even their own family members were on guard. It was as if they were afraid that they would stab them in the back. At this time, Lin Ray arrived after hearing the reincarnation artifact spirit's last sentence. At this time, Lin Ray had a thought-provoking smile on his face. Little dragon, have you exchanged for that thing? If you have, then I will go in now. After hearing the reincarnation artifact spirit's last message, Lin Ray knew that he didn't have much time left. So he quickly urged the system. You don't trust me? When you said you wanted to exchange, I had already completed the exchange. so you can go in now. But I have to remind you that this teleportation tunnel can only be used twice at most. After that, it will disappear automatically. You have to be careful when using it. That's right, Zhang Fei said. Twice. After hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei was silent for a moment. Then he raised his head. His eyes were filled with determination. I know. Thank you for your help this time. You must continue to work hard in the future. Don't play any tricks on me. After saying that, Lin Rei took out the breaking realm teleportation tunnel from the system storage. It was an item that looked like a whirlpool. This is it. Looking at this item, Lin Rei's heart was filled with mixed feelings. The exchange points that he had saved for a long time were all gone because of this item.
How could he not feel heartache?
But fortunately, there was this cloud tower in front of him. Thinking of this, Lin Rei's heartache eased a little. Come on, open it. Crack the teleportation tunnel. After saying that, the item in Lin Rei's hand flew out of Lin Rei's palm and came to Lin Rei's feet. And Lin Rei's hand unconsciously formed a seal.
Whoosh!
Lin Rei's body and mind disappeared. No one present saw this scene. Of course, only Lin Rei, who had been following behind Lin Rei, saw it. Seeing this scene, Lin Rei was dumbfounded. He didn't know what happened, but he saw Lin Rei disappear. Damn, what's going on? How could a person disappear just like that? Lei Dong looked like he couldn't believe it. He quickly went to the place where Lin Rei stood to check. But after looking for a long time, Lei Dong still couldn't figure out what happened. In the end, he gave up the idea of following Lin Rei. Chapter 85. What kind of secret is this kid hiding? He's so mysterious. This is getting more and more interesting. The more he thought about it, the more curious Lei Dong became about Linli. Right now, Lei Dong's gaze was fixed on Linli, and he did not want to let go of him for even a moment. He wanted to explore the mysteries surrounding Linli. Lin Rei didn't know that he had unknowingly attracted the attention of a man. In the blink of an eye, Linli, who had been sucked into the Destroyer Realm teleportation tunnel, arrived in a world with mountains, rivers, and animals. The spiritual energy here was extremely dense. It was certain that cultivating here would yield twice the results with half the effort. Even a mortal without any cultivation would be able to live for hundreds of years if they lived here. This can't be the Cloud Tower's secret realm, right? Looking at the things in front of him, Linli felt as though he was hallucinating. Or perhaps he didn't dare believe it. He even suspected that the Realmbreaker teleportation tunnel had teleported him to some other place. Alright, don't think too much about it. This is indeed the Cloud Pagoda. It's just a spatial immortal item. Also, can you not show that kind of expression every time you see something like this? You have to know that you're the master of the profound Sect system. You're the future master of Hongmeng. You're embarrassing me, you know? His good mood was completely ruined by the little dragon's words. He looked at the little dragon and said, I say, will you die if you don't insult me? What's wrong with me? I just saw something I haven't seen before and felt curious. What's wrong with that? Hearing Lin Rei's words, the little dragon's eyes showed helplessness and disappeared. You're really hopeless. Forget it, I won't bother with you. Go. You can't go far. If I'm in danger, won't you come out? The little dragon, who had already returned to the system, accidentally fell to the ground when he heard this. He looked at Lin Rei helplessly through the system and gritted his teeth as if he wanted to rush out and bite him to death. Little doll, how did you get in? Suddenly, a voice rang out. Needless to say, it was the artifact spirit of the immortal artifact. Senior, you don't need to know how I came in. I only want to know what this trial is like and how can I enter the trial grounds. Oh, you are going to enter the training grounds? Hearing Linli's words, the Samsara artifact spirit seemed to be interested. Yes, it sat down on the ground in midair, staring at Linli with a gaze that seemed to be able to see through everything. Mid-stage Anidia. Impossible. How could a mid-stage Anidia brat pass through the Reincarnation Emperor's restrictions and come here directly? How is that possible? After seeing Linley's cultivation level, the reincarnation artifact spirit stared at Linley in disbelief. Hurry up and tell me how you came in. If you can tell me, I will let you enter the trial grounds immediately. Oh? Is this a deal? Hearing the artifact spirit's words, Linley sat down on the ground and stared fearlessly at the artifact spirit in the air.
Correct.
Since he can look me in the eye, it can be seen that his divine sense is not ordinary. Moreover, his aptitude is extremely good. Perhaps he can really become the master of the Cloud Pagoda. At this moment, the reincarnation artifact spirit, who was sitting in midair, was rapidly thinking about what had happened. He couldn't help but have a look of admiration in his eyes. If you want to call it a deal, it's not impossible. However, this deal of mine has a price. Are you willing to accept it? Oh, the price? Hearing the artifact spirit's words, Linley hesitated for a moment, but then quickly made up his mind. Okay, I will tell you how I came in. When the time comes, don't go back on your word. As he spoke, Linley took out the Break Realm teleportation tunnel. At that moment, the weapon spirit in the air saw what Linley had taken out. He was completely stunned in the air. The look of disbelief in his eyes was undisguised. Is it that exaggerated? Seeing the artifact spirit's expression, Lin Ray felt a trace of joy. At the same time, a trace of pride appeared on his face. How did you get this thing? Where did it come from? This thing is almost extinct even in the immortal world. Why did it appear here? In an instant, an earth-shattering voice accompanied by a voice carrying spiritual energy came towards Lin Ray. In an instant, Lin Ray was sent flying as though he had received a blow 10,000 times stronger. Blood flowed out of his mouth and face. With a bang sound, an enormous sound rang out from where Linley had landed. At this time, the artifact spirit in the air woke up, an embarrassed look on its face as it looked towards where Linley had landed. Lin Ray, who climbed up from the deep pit, glared at the artifact spirit in the air. Just as he was about to say something, he saw a stream of spiritual energy revolving around his body and healing his injuries. Sorry, little friend. I couldn't control my emotions just now.
I'm really sorry.
Looking at the artifact spirit's guilty attitude, even if it was very bad, it would have disappeared. Moreover, his injuries were healed, even though they were caused by the artifact spirit unintentionally. Well, Senior, since you have seen this thing, shouldn't you fulfill your promise and send me to the trial ground? Well, since little friend is not willing to talk about your origin, then I won't force you. I will send you to the trial ground. But I have to remind you, this trial ground has 9 floors, and the inheritance can only be obtained by defeating the overlord of the 9th floor. According to little friend's current cultivation, I'm afraid that by the time you reach the 3rd floor, you will already, well, I know. You just need to send me to the trial ground. Senior, you don't need to worry about the rest. Before the artifact spirit could finish speaking, he was interrupted by Linley. In an instant, the artifact spirit's previous good impression of Linley was completely wiped out. Humph, how ignorant. Since you want to throw away your life, then I won't stop you.
Go.
The artifact spirit waved its hand, and the scenery before them began to change. The lush green grass turned into a blood-red world. The 1st floor of the Cloud Tower's secret realm is the Blood World. I hope that the trial taker will do his best and not slack off. Otherwise, if the trial taker can pass the trial, there will be some special rewards. I hope that the trial taker will cherish this opportunity. As long as the trial taker can pass the trial, you'll be teleported to the next floor. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Activate the Blood World. Roar. A series of beastly roars filled the air. There were so many of them that one couldn't even count them. One couldn't even see the end of them with the naked eye.
Damn, so many of them.
Don't tell me they want me to kill them all. Looking at the demonic beasts in front of him, Linley's face couldn't help but twitch. You got it right. However, you don't have to treat them as demonic beasts. You can treat them as experience points. That way, you will have more motivation. The little dragon walked out of the system space and looked at Lin Rei with a mocking expression. Why don't you just go die? There are so many demonic beasts. How can we possibly kill them all? Hearing Xiaolong's words, Linli rolled his eyes at him. Roar! Before Lin Rei could prepare, the beasts rushed over and didn't give Lin Rei any time to react. Humph, a bunch of trash.
How dare you besiege me?
Scarlet Tiger, hurry up and come out. It's time to level up. After saying that, a fiery red figure shot out from Linli's body and instantly rushed to the front of the demonic beasts. It roared towards the sky and began to fight the demonic beasts. Linli was unwilling to be left out and rushed forward, holding the invincible divine spear in one hand and the 10,000 art sword in the other, and began to fight. Every time he killed a demonic beast, Linli would gain a bit more experience for his training. What's more, the flaming tiger was constantly leveling up. After an hour, the flaming tiger, which had already reached the foundation establishment stage, had now reached the stage of fasting. This sort of training speed left Linli in the dust. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for killing a beast above his level. The reward is 600,000 EXP. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for killing a beast above his level. There were fewer and fewer beasts in the bloody world, but Lin Rei's EXP was almost full. As long as he killed a few more beasts, he would be able to break through. However, things didn't go as Lin Rei imagined. Just as Lin Rei was about to break through, he suddenly lost control of his body, and the things in front of him began to change. Congratulations to the trial taker for passing the challenge. The reward is 1 greenwood cultivation art. A cultivation art that can be cultivated to the immortal venerable level. It's mainly used to control spirit beasts in battle. 1 greenwood magic sword. It's a set with the greenwood cultivation art. It's an immortal grade magic sword. Oh, not bad. There are so many good things in the first level. Anyway, I don't need them. I'll keep them for my future disciples and see if they're interested.
I can give them to them then.
All right, would you like to accept the challenge of the second level? Hearing the voice announcing that he had passed, Linli didn't hesitate in the slightest. Welcome, trial taker, to the second level of the body world. In this world, magic is not allowed. The only thing you can use is your own body. The body is the most mysterious thing in this world. They are waiting for you to discover it. Now, let's begin the trial. Just like that, Lin Rei and the flaming tiger passed the second level without any challenge. During the second level, Lin Rei's body broke through to the level of a precious weapon. It could be said that he had gained a lot. Lin Rei had gained a lot in the spiritual world and the bloodline world. For example, his spiritual force had now reached the level of an earth-grade alchemist. However, in addition to alchemy experience, Lin Rei had also activated his bloodline Hongmeng in the bloodline world. Chapter 86. Ding dong, the cultivation experience bar is full. Host, do you want to upgrade your cultivation now? Just as Linli was about to sense the power emanating from his bloodline during the 4th stage of the trial, the sound of the system's notification rang out. Oh, in that case, I'll find a place to upgrade my cultivation first and then go to the 5th layer. With that, Lin Rei looked for a direction and quickly flew in that direction. At this time, the people outside the Cloud Pagoda were already impatient. Damn, it's been a few hours. Didn't they say that it would open in 3 hours? What's going on now?
Is it still open or not?
Hey, don't talk nonsense. Didn't you see the previous person's death? Do you want to be like that person? Hearing the man's words, the person next to him hurriedly reminded him, for fear that he would be implicated. Well, don't quarrel. Senior Reincarnation Tool Spirit said 3 hours, so it's 3 hours. It's useless to be anxious. It's better to sit there and rest for a while, so that you won't embarrass yourselves inside. What? The sudden words made the two people who were quarreling target the person who spoke in the group chat. They were ready to attack him verbally, but when they saw the person's brain, they instantly became terrified. Ha, 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 so it's the Holy Son of the Central Continent. We were wrong just now. Please forgive us. After that, the two people sensibly retreated to the side, far away from the holy son of the sword house. No way, that's the holy son of the sword house, Shao, one of the 5 great childs of the central continent. After knowing that this was the holy son of the sword house, everyone gathered together and looked at this young man who was about the same age as Lin Rei with fear. Alas, it seems that we won't get anything this time. Since young master is here, we can only watch. With that, those who knew how to behave themselves quickly flew out of the Lingtian forbidden area. Before leaving, all of them looked back at the cloud pagoda standing there and then flew away decisively. Humph, a bunch of cowards. This was a young man dressed in luxurious clothes. When he saw the scene, his face revealed a look of disgust and ridicule. He looked in the direction that the group of people had left, his eyes filled with disdain. Trial challengers, since you have not left, it means that your hearts are firm and you have not been shaken by external forces. This is something that I am deeply gratified about. As for those who have left, I deeply regret it. However, when they left, they no longer had the qualifications to participate in the trial. Everyone who heard this, including those who had hesitated for a long time and didn't leave, broke out in cold sweat. They felt very lucky in their hearts. They felt very lucky that they had come. All right, I won't waste any more words. Close your eyes, and I'll bring you to the waiting area of the trial grounds. After that, everyone closed their eyes and felt their bodies become clear. Then they felt the spiritual energy around them become very rich. They wanted to see where they were, but they didn't dare to open their eyes without the permission of the Samsara artifact spirit. All right, you can open your eyes now, said the reincarnation artifact spirit. Everyone opened their eyes at the next moment. When they saw the scene in front of them, they were all shaken. They were all mesmerized by the scene in front of them. This is the inside of the cloud pagoda. At this moment, the holy son of the sword house, Shao, was the first to wake up and casually asked, "Correct, this is the inside of the cloud pagoda. Isn't it unbelievably good? Does it feel like a dream?" Zhao's face turned red when he heard the reincarnation tool spirit's words. This scene was seen by everyone present. Suddenly, they burst into an uproar. In their knowledge, Shao was an unruly and ruthless person. They didn't expect that Shao would have such a year. At this time, they suspected that the rumors about him were false. Cough, those cloud pagoda are spatial artifacts. Shao felt the atmosphere around him and thought about his previous behavior. His expression became serious as he asked the Samsara artifact spirit. All right, someone has already asked these questions before. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Besides, there's no need for me to tell you. You already know that you're here for the trial grounds, not to chat. Seeing the Samsara artifact spirit's impatience, Shao obediently shut his mouth. However, when he heard that someone asked this question before, he didn't have enough manliness. "Senior, may I ask who asked you this question? Moreover, the cloud pagoda has never appeared before. Could it be that someone came in before us?" Everyone reacted after hearing Zhao's words. Everyone's gaze gathered on the Samsara artifact spirit. Hee, you're quite smart. You're right, someone came in before. But now, that person has already entered the trial. Moreover, he has already passed through a lot. What? How can this be? How did that person come in? Everyone exploded after hearing the Samsara artifact spirit's words. They didn't think that someone could come in before them. All right, that's enough. I'm going to open the trial now. As for how many levels you can pass, it will depend on your luck and good fortune. Senior, Shao wanted to say something, but everything in front of him changed. Moreover, everyone was separated. Samsara had thrown everyone into an individual space. They could only meet again after reaching the 9th level. In other words, they were fighting alone until now. How can this be? No, I have to get ahead of that person. I can't let him get the inheritance of Samsara, Great Emperor. Shao looked at the place in front of him and carefully examined it. At this time, in a cave on the 4th level, Lin Rei had reached an important moment. At this time, Lin Rei's face was flushed red. His forehead was covered with cold sweat. His lips were trembling nonstop. It seemed like he was experiencing some kind of pain. Soon, I'm going to break through the Anidia stage. At this time, in Lin Rei's meridians, the Lingqi seemed to be uncontrollably operating on its own. What's going on? Why is it operating on its own? Seeing such a situation, Lin Rei panicked. At this time, when he didn't know what to do, the little dragon came. Oh, what's going on? It's rare to see such an expression. What kind of problem have you encountered this time? Tell me, maybe I can solve it for you. No, I can solve it. Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei directly refused. At this time, Lin Rei simply didn't want to play with the little dragon. So, he quickly operated his martial arts and tried to control the Lingqi. Suddenly, an inexplicable force pushed away Lin Rei's control. Could it be another extreme realm breakthrough? Seeing this, Linley couldn't help but think back to when he had broken through to the Lamita realm with lightning strike. It had been the same situation. Thus, Linley boldly relaxed his mind and allowed the spiritual energy to rampage about in his veins. Although it was very painful, when he thought about how he was about to break through to the Lamita realm, the pain was nothing. Dong dong, dong dong, dong dong. A sound came from his body. Lin Rei felt that his thinking was a bit too simple, but at this time, the little dragon's voice came, and it sounded anxious. Hurry, quickly operate your martial arts and swallow that Lingqi. You can't let it go so unscrupulously. If it continues like this, your meridians will be destroyed. Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei didn't care about anything else and directly operated his martial arts to swallow the Lingqi. Suddenly, Lin Rei felt that the Lingqi was very large. At this time, Lin Rei had an illusion that this Lingqi was more than the Lingqi liquid in the pool. 10 minutes later, Lin Rei's martial arts didn't stop and was still constantly swallowing the Lingqi. How can this be? Why is this Lingqi so large? And it seems to be very pure. What the hell is going on? At this time, Lin Rei's worldview was completely subverted. Although he knew everything about the immortal cultivators, the world was full of wonders, just like the Lingqi that was being swallowed now. Now you know to ask me. Then what did you do just now? If I didn't feel that something was wrong, you would have become a puppet controlled by Lingqi. Listening to Lin Rei's words, the little dragon couldn't help but complain. Its tone was full of worry and anger.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was because the lightning seal was about to break through, but who would have thought it would be like this?
Phew.
Looking at Lin Rei's appearance, the little dragon was angry. It didn't know what to say. Anyway, if you encounter such a thing in the future, you must tell me. I won't harm you. If I kill you, I will dissipate. Do you understand? Hearing the little dragon's words, Lin Rei lowered his head and showed a guilty expression. Well, this matter is over. Just this time, you should hurry and use this Lingqi to break through. As for the other Lingqi, you can save it first and wait for the next breakthrough. After saying that, the little dragon disappeared, and Lin Rei listened to the little dragon's words. He seriously controlled the martial arts and gathered enough Lingqi to break through the barrier of the upper stage of Anidia. Pong, kacha, sounds came from the body. At the same time, the pressure and aura rose at the same time. In a short while, it rose to the extreme. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for breaking through to the middle stage of Anidia. You're tuning in to the Romantic Tales YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.